In a universe flooded with the conventional, one group keeps the brewing spirit alive. The propaganda of Pauperganda.
Hey, it's Friday. What's up, everybody? We got something new and spicy here. No, it doesn't have Angel of Dawn. That's up here I'm talking about. So, I'm going to try to pronounce this. Alicodendric. I'm not quite sure. He 5-0'd with this, met him online, and that's kind of a strange turn of phrase, isn't it? Met him online. Anyway, and this is one of the decks that beat me when I was playing my favorite White Nickel, and I went 4-1 because of this beast, but I didn't think much of it at first, kind of overlooked it, and just kept winning. So I wanted to sleeve it up. The only change I made, it used to have one mental note. I changed it for one Sacred Cat. Just wanted a little bit more reliability on the white creature stuff. So let me check up in the chat here, everybody. Deshaun McLean, Shiraz, Little Feet, Nim Chimsky, Pauper Bust. All right, everybody's here. Mike Man, too. Cool. So everything looking and sounding good. I hope I'll go over this really weird list. Very fun deck. I have no idea how we're going to do. I've only played like 4 practice games and won 3 of them, so hopefully that's kind of how today goes. We shall see. So we got 3 Ash Barrens, 3 Chanceries, 4 Wilds, 3 Islands, 3 Mountains, and 4 Plains. Finishing up with only 20 lands. Wanted to lean a little bit heavier, so going with 2 Springleaf Drums. Got 3 Lightning Bolts, 1 Firebolt, 2 Faithless Lootings, 4 Thought Scours, 4 Brainstorms, 3 Cats, 2 Anointer Priests. Trippy card. I always forget that you can embalm this, just like the cat, so don't worry if it dies. And I think it's better as just the 1/3 body than it is the benefit that you get from tokens. I mean, that's a nice thing to have. But so we have 1 Gather the Townsfolk, 3 Raise the Alarm, 4 Seeker of the Way. This is really the heavy lifting of the deck, keeps you alive, really can bring you back to life. 1 Veteran Armor, 4 Battle Screech, 2 Deep Analysis, 2 Rally the Peasants, and 2 Prismatic. You can tell it's kind of a toolbox, throw stuff in the yard strategy. In the sideboard, we got 1 Leave No Trace, 1 Standard Bearer, 1 more Armor, another Strands, 2 Guildpact, really key against Boros, Ramosian Rally, and 2 Sandstorms. That was 2 on the Ramosian Rally, 2 Flaring Pain, 1 Ancient Grudge, I've been listening to too much Pearl Jam, and 3 Electrickery. So as usual, we're going to just jump on in and trial by fire, and hopefully I don't embarrass myself. So no sound. Everything fine? It sounds good here? Oh, okay. Well, Lord Kimchi, it sounds like it's on you. Yeah, listen to what Little Fight's chiming in there. So, all right, here we go. Let's see what we can see. At least it's, hopefully we don't run into a bunch of boring decks, but because we know we're not playing one. All right. Come on, any day now. Here we go. No bouncing screen. Hey, it's going to be a good day. All right. Yeah, we won't play first. And that's kind of a crappy hand. However, because of the Springleaf Drum, but we won't be able to get a creature out, so we got to mulligan this. We'll keep this just because of the access to Brainstorm. However, remember last week somebody played, what was it? They played Brainstorm on us, and I had mentioned, that can be one of the most depressing cards because of scenarios like this. We're going to end of turn Brainstorm, and hopefully we see some lands or a way to shuffle or something, but we're at least going to see this. Right now I'm going to throw this on the bottom. I really want to make sure we hit land, and just in case opponent's on days or something, I'm going to do it now. And just to see. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Yep, this is cool. So we'll put this on top and then follow it with this. Cool. I'm going to just drop the Seeker and hope for the best. It'll probably die depending on what we're up against here. Looks like Delver. All right. And this typical, right? The one I usually play decks that just smash Delver and we never see them. We run into everything else. And yet the one time I'm playing something that actually I think this has a pretty good Delver matchup when I was talking to him, but it's just I find it funny. Like when I come expecting A, and if we never see A, and only the other ones show up. So we got the Springleaf Drum. Probably try to do a little bit of counter happiness here. Maybe feign that we're okay. Cool. No, the snap's not going to be an issue. He's going off fast. That's cool. We're going to probably, I don't know, raise the alarm might be a pretty cool trick too. Oh, sorry about that, Ninchimsky. Darn it. Maybe it's something really silly, like, you know, you just got... Hold on a minute here. All right. Well, let's drop this here. Kind of don't like these. It would have been really nice to get a land there. I mean, we knew we weren't going to because of the Brainstorm, but I'm thinking I want to chip away at you-know-who here. Of course, I could just swing for life. This is a weird one. I'm going to wait on the Delver because we're going to be gaining some life here. We'll scour ourselves. Maybe we'll draw into something. Nope. All right. Oh, here we go. Well, at least get our life back a little bit. All right. You guys are scaring me. There's two people that can't hear sound. Is everybody else hearing everything all right? Weird. Alrighty. Well, maybe I just won't talk, and then it won't seem like a problem. Just be like, very strange. Alrighty. This guy's going all in the fairy world. Let's see if we can concentrate and kick him out here. Seeker of the Way shows up. Alright. So we're going to be able to blast something. Maybe if that Delver doesn't flip, we can make him walk into a Raise the Alarm. Probably not. We'll see. Thank you for that, Thalia. Alright. I'm going to ignore the sound unless somebody says otherwise. Let me drop the cat. We're going to go for... I want to get rid of this Delver here. Let's bust him out. Maybe we'll Thought Scour, try to grab a... gotta pay attention to our yard, too. Do this over here. Bring this up here. Right-click on this. Oh, man, I started... or I caught the second season of Goliath on... What is it? Amazon Prime? Man, I can't recommend that show enough. It's so good. I liked the first season a lot, but, man, the second season's even better. And here we go. Resetting the life again. Alrighty, our little cat's gonna be playing the drum for a while. I guess I could bump it into a husk. Kind of want to encourage him to ramp it up. Hey, Rolas, what's up? Arch Naomi in the house too. And we got the Anointer Priest in the yard. Remember, kind of treat it like flashback. I kind of wish, just for the sake of clarity with teaching people how to play, that they just name that flashback and or flash something. So when you see that word, you kind of know something's up. So we know that they've got the snap in hand. I'll bring this little cheat window up. There's another Delver. Boy, we'd be dead meat if it wasn't for our Seeker. Boy, very interesting. Roll of plays here. Okay, our Anointer Priest is there. We could probably... Well, I want to drop this. Let's Anointer Priest. Yeah, it's not going to do too much. Let me draw some cards while we can. Probably go gain some life. Yeah, it's something like that, Nichols. I called it Jeskai _ the name of the guy's deck. So already played a land. Well, that was a crappy draw, wasn't it? Well, maybe we'll do stuff next turn. If I attack, he has to kill the Delver. He's already got a Delver there. I want to get my life, though. I've waited too long. He'll know something's up, but he's going to snap anyway. Let's rock like this and just pretend I've got the trick with the cat. Come on. What's going down? Manifold, thank you for that. Yeah, not mine. Just like I said, made one little tweak. If you look at the 5.0 list from Wednesday, you'll see this creation there. Like I said, I kind of mentally folded my arms when I saw it being played against me. I was like, what? I was like, I'm going to run this thing over because I was playing White Nickels build, and it was. I'd get him to, like, I think we played 3 games. I won the first one, I lost the next 2, and I had him at like 2 life in each game, and it just comes roaring back with Seeker. I don't know if it's going to be enough to prevent this onslaught. This is quite a bit of air power coming at us here. No, he's got the snap. I can't quite be sure if that was the second preordained or that first one, because I see 2 in the yard. I got to pay better attention. Okay, snap's gone, so I can get rid of this ugly real estate. Boy, this is quite the aggro build, isn't it? All right. Well, shoot. Not going to be getting any benefit of these. Let's drop that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't really do much there. In our yard, we have a deep analysis, which will kill us pretty soon. Let's get our mana online. I don't think we're going to be winning this first one. Doesn't feel that way anyway. And we'll drop the dude. Let's see. That's 2, 4, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're just dead. I mean, all we're doing now is hoping that he doesn't attack with everything. I doubt he wouldn't. Be nice to be able to have a little boost to make that thing fly, but oh well. Yeah, here it comes. Kablammy. We're dead. First game. That's cool. Only thing that does suck, though, is I'm used to beating Delver no matter what deck I play or how roguey it is. This one better do it. Ah, man. I get so mad. I forgot this darn pin. It doesn't know what it wants to do with itself. It can't write. Like, if I press on the piece of paper, half the time the damn thing doesn't work, and it's got plenty of ink and it'll write fine, but on certain surfaces, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, but anyway, what I want to do here, he gave me a little list, so 3 and 1 I'm going to bring in. We'll highlight this. He made me a nice little cheat list, so I can kind of not focus too much on it. 3 and 1, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, and we'll bring in the other armorer. And what does he say to bring out? Let's see. 2 raise the alarm, 1 townsfolk, and 1 mill spell. Okay. Raise the alarm. And there we go. That's interesting. I think I would want to keep those in, but I'm going to try it like he recommended it, and we'll see. I like those instant spells. It's always nice to try to get people catching them being counter happy. So, yeah, it's kind of like that T-Core. I don't know, boy. I've got a leather mouse pad, and sometimes that helps, but yeah, it's just weird. It's like almost like I'll show you. It's these little sticky notes, the orange ones. For some reason, the other ones don't do it. But these orange ones, I'm a big Halloween fan, so I'm always picking stuff that's orange. I got to stop doing that because there's something about them. They got this little, tiny little sheen of wax or something, and it screws up on like half the pins I have. And they write great on everything else. But, hurrah. Oh, that Piston Cyclops, I'm not quite sure. I don't know, 3 mana is a lot for something that can't attack all the time. But it is a beast. Yeah, we want to play first. Boy, when I did the practice hands with this, there were no mana issues. I thought Methodical was at work, but it looks like we need his help here. This is like the same hand. We have 1 Ash Barrens, and we're going to have to mulligan again. All right, well, this is better. Kind of a slow start. We don't have any critters, but I'm not going to scoff at all the fixed mana here, so we'll see. Yeah, I liked Black Swan. That was a pretty cool movie. I'd say probably in my top 3 all-time movies, Ex Machina is probably one of my very favorites. Yeah, I gotta concentrate. I'm talking too much. Yeah, we want to see that. We'll go look for some goods here. In about 10 turns, it feels like, right? And drop the drum. And drop another drum now. It'd be nice to have those tokens out. Start turning on my colors. Come on. Get me. Wish I had a kitty cat. Would have been nice. You gonna daze us? I almost hope he does. It'd be worth the setback in tempo there. Alright, well, once we get a critter out, our mana's gonna be fine. Alright. So, Little Fight, tell us about your epic flooding and such. How bad was it? Are you swimming? Did the alligator come up and get you? For those of you who don't know, Little Fight lived right smack dab in the middle of Hurricane Florence, and I was teasing him because he knows how much I hate ticks. I read that they only live for 3 days, or that's the maximum they can live underwater, and I know the flooding was a lot longer than that. So the benefit of a horrible disaster like that, if there is one, is it killed trillions of ticks. So that's cool. Still terrible here, but our place is on high ground. Good times. Yeah. Man, I'm sure you're a good man to have around. I know how helpful you are to just random strangers all the time, too. So, very cool. All right. I'm going to do this now. I don't want that thing flipping because I'm sure you just found a counterspell or some other crap. Let's just do this now, too. Maybe we'll find a cat to use up our mana. Nope. Alrighty. Well, I don't really care for... Let's put this and this on top. Then I'm going to cycle this so we can shuffle. Got some good stuff here. We'll be able to power out some goods next turn. Oh, wow. They're out of school, man. Pretty terrible. I heard it wasn't that bad of a storm. It was just that it just sat there and just kept raining. And just the sheer amount is what I think blew most people away. All right, let's see how counter happy this person is. Shall we? Let's act like we're hurting for mana. I'll drip this out. A little spell stutter bait. Lots of water. Man, oh man, that's crazy. Yay, they're counter happy. It's like, well, just bring this back from the yard, silly. All right. I love when people are counter happy. Somebody wrote me from Okinawa, and they were laughing because they met up with somebody and they both watched the show, and they were saying how that's just become kind of their laughing little phrase of sorts, is, you know. And actually, you know what, I'm going to bring this back now because I'm not in too big of a let's bring back the cat now. I wanted to counter it so bad. There it is again. Yeah, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought, trying to do too many things at once. I got to shut up and play here. Feeling good now. Our mana's fixed. We've got little end of turn tricks. Be nice if our graveyard turned on, but oh, that's a pickle. All right. I think I'm gonna have to let that go. We do have 4 of them all, and we have. I'm not gonna lean too heavily on it against a blue deck. If it was we were fighting for our lives every 2 seconds, that'd be one thing, but I'll do a little end of turn, raise the alarm here, and keep them honest. Boop. The drums, they looked kind of goofy when I first saw the list. I was like, Springleaf Drum, and then when I played them, I'm like, oh, I see. It really, really helps. We don't really mind countering this. Guy seems really counter happy. Countered an embalming creature, so he just brought it back, and then counters some tokens. Nope. Go ahead and go get it. That was a bit of a lucky draw. Sure he wishes he had his counter now. Here we go. Maybe he's got another coral net for us. We'll see. Not the fastest race of all, is it? Yeah, so I took this deck, and being the purist I am, and always wanting to tinker with stuff, I changed it. I took the blue out. I added, and it worked really well, but I wanted to be honest to the deck and not go off on some random thing. Plus, I didn't have it too fleshed out as far as what I was doing, and I was a little bit of a port to blame with the design. I saw it the next morning. I'm like, why the hell did I put 3 of these things in the sideboard? But that's always funny. Train of thought. There it is. I've never been to Okinawa, Lord Kimchi. Yeah, man. I gotta stay with you for a year straight, Little Fight, so I can experience some of my doomsday favorite weather. All right. Well, we've got stuff to do. let's attack. I think I got a chill on this bolt. Guy's so counter happy. Kind of want to make sure I've got something else behind it. Again, such a bounce heavy version. You know, Guardian might be a good play too. Not too sure. This is fine. Gonna turn into a Ninja Man. All right. I like where this race is going. How much you want to bet he counters this, right? Come on, sprite number 2. Oh man, almost let down. So this guy might counter a land if he could. Almost guaranteed he doesn't have counter magic. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, back to the. Thank you for keeping me on there, on target there, Manifold. Yeah, I obviously we bumped the Faithless Looting count from 2 to all the way to 4, and I added another the Strand and the Rally the Peasants count went up, and just leaned a little bit heavier on the yard. So that was cool. All right. Well, I like this the way the math is working out here. He hits us for 1, we gain 2 life, and hit him for 4. Hopefully this works. I just hope he's just got a wall of, counter spells, and we're just like, haha, keep coming at you. Alrighty. Well, I guess I can hope for maybe he's got a sprite. I don't think we're gonna see a hard counter. Well, there's 1 and 1. I guess there's no. We'll see how it goes. Oh my God, there's a punt. See what I just did there? Okay, I'm glad that was a counterspell, not a sprite, because I tapped my red mana thinking like, oh, I've got my drums. It's like, you don't if you don't have a creature. So I'm glad that didn't work. Thank you for that, casting a sprite. All right. Yeah, the wife is out of town. She's off. It was her birthday recently, so she's off having a good time with her best buddies up north. Having a good old time. I'm holding down the fort here with the chillins. And other than that, so yeah, there'll be a lot of magic going down. Got a lot of new skits. Wiki Bear, Thalia will be happy to hear, is back. Got a few new episodes of that. So what I did is I went and I edited the clips just enough that it doesn't catch the YouTube triggers or whatever. And so if you just put them on as is, a lot of times it'll flag them. Some of them it didn't, but it was just really weird that just a show segment, almost like a commercial, would do that. But excuse me, it did. All right, I'll play this. Bring this back up. We might get a Faithless Looting. I'm gonna start holding my lands now. We'll just go from here. I'm Wiki Bear. So yeah, I had to re-edit all those. I was just editing like crazy. I got that new little intro. Then I did, we uploaded a video yesterday. We've got a nice little shout out to Fun18 for being our top donor. A lot of little stuff. You know what it was telling was that I, hold on, I almost did it again. Did you see that? What was telling is that I, oh, hold on. Let me focus here. Come on, be a sprite. Be a sprite. All right. Well, at least we're using up all these hard counters, right? We'll go from here. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Something about editing. Yeah, I put together just a fun little donation vid. It turned out a lot better than I thought it would, and because Fun 18's been so generous with his sharing of tickets and such. So there was that, and then I edited. I think there's like a superhero spot, but I'm not airing that today. Oh, what I was getting at. So I've actually amassed so many videos now. When I was putting together the little Rolodex for the videos today, there's only one commercial. Like commercial, like the ones we're kind of known for. I thought that was pretty cool. It's like, I come a long way when I can fill up like, kind of 10. Oh, wait, let me see what I'm going to do here. 10 beats, and I only have to run one commercial because the files are getting gigantic. We could kick this back. All right. I'm going to just flash back our deep analysis here. Get up on some card advantage. There we go. Let me, I better not do that. I'll just sit. Yeah, we'll go like this. Okay. So yeah, I ended up, I had like 3 computers going, and I would just keep uploading like different files each time for just to see if it would, if YouTube would freak out about anything. Well, here's a little kind of must counter, followed by another kind of must counter. All right. Let's get things going. We're going to get a concession here. Let's get these guys up. We'll attack here. Gain some more life. And maybe just I don't know what he's on. Bunch of lands. Does have 8. There's a preordain. Let's see what this is going down for. All right, 1 and 1. As I try to write the letter W in it, looks like a chicken died on the paper. Crazy. I think we'll keep things as they are. Yeah, fun list, boy. Loving it. All right. Boink. Hopefully we can take down Delver. Like I said, I aim for it so often, I didn't really consider like, hey, you might have a typical tournament day where you bump into it a lot. I almost never seem to see it on Twitch in the numbers that are represented online. It's like if you think, you have days, I'm sure some of you, boy, mana issues all day long. Look at this. 3rd time in a row we're going to have to pitch. Sample size was not large enough. Somebody in chat say something. It kind of got quiet all of a sudden, last minute or so. I'm going to mulligan this. We'll keep this. Mana's right. Open up the yards, and here we go. Just want to make sure I'm not talking wall. Hey, all right. There we go. Yeah, that would be pretty overpowered. This is a really good card. Are we going to get the mana we need? I'm going to put it on top. I like that card too much. We can always pitch it if we draw into a Faithless Looting. We just got such a slow beginning here. I'm glad we're going to be able to sit on Bolt. The Bolt Chancery play. It's not going to be till turn 3 we start doing stuff, so we'll at least have a little bit of... At least he didn't drop Delver right away. If he did, we'd have the answer, but... Yeah. All right. Always play slow with these Karoo lands. I don't think there's a person alive that's ever brewed with one and hasn't accidentally done that horrible turn 1 doink, and you're like, oh no, I misplayed it. I don't think we bolt that. Maybe bolt the ninja. It becomes... What do we got here? All right, I'll do this. We'll return this. Be kind of nice if we had to discard here. We've got Deep Analysis, Screech, starting to look okay. Keeps is at Twitch 17. Sorry about that, M. Chimsky. Yeah, I agree with you there. Whatever hate, I think it's your font's really dark on my end, so it's hard to read your moniker there. Sorry about that, but yeah, I'm not impressed with the new set. However, I do like a lot of the flavor text. There's some pretty darn good flavor text in it, and I'm usually hypercritical of that. So this is exactly what I was hoping would happen. I'm gonna drop this now. Let us. Well, I care about that dying a little bit more. Let me use the bolt up here. What's this? Hydroblast. Okay. All right. I'll drop this dude. I think I'm going to block the ninja. I've got enough critters. Missed you in the gathering tournament this week. Oh, thank you for that, Pauper Bust. Yeah, my wife getting ready to head out this weekend. She was kind of serving double duty with work, and one Tuesday job just went a little too long. I would love to have mutagenic in this growth if you are supposed to play with 64 cards. I'm going to block this. I don't want the advantage getting too much. I'm pretty against ninjas. So, yeah, so I wasn't able to make it. It turns out, in the end, it was this whole crazy, silly drama. My oldest went to go pick up my youngest from his little mathnasium and lost his keys, and then he had to... I was here without a car, kind of landlocked. It was a Looking back, it was pretty funny. It's kind of stressful when it happened, but all right. Well, let's see if we can bait some more fairies out. We'll play this, which doesn't really have any bearing on the game. Come on, Sprite. We know you got it. There you are. Let's see if he's got yet another Hydroblast for this. I'll make it seem like we really want this armor to stick around. It'll be relevant when the Battle Screech shows up. Hopefully we draw land next. Here we go. I swear you can just tell what's in this guy's hand. He's so counter happy. Or she. Yeah, my youngest kitchen table games, we were watching Loading Ready run the other day. They were playing a pre-release with the cards, and funny, every time he wants old artifact colors to come back, because whenever he sees a card like that, he's like, oh, that looks so cool, and kind of have to agree with him. They do seem to be there's a superior aesthetics to that. I just remember when Mirrodin came out, I know that's Solidify's favorite set of all time, but the white, I know they changed it a little bit since, but the white cards and the artifacts, there was like, how did that get past so many people that it was that, close to being like carbon copy? I mean, it just looked exactly the same. Justin had no idea what you're playing, but I already want to know playing by looking at your hand. Nice. Yeah, this 5-0 a little while ago, I talked to the creator of it, and it's just a fun little deck, boy, I tell you. All right. I thought we could do that, but we can't. Let me... 1, 2, 3, 4. Darn it. I'm going to deep analysis here. I could drop the cat. It'll be kind of fun as to attack with this. Attack with that. We dropped a land. I'm not quite sure what the play is here. I got 10 minutes. This is the last game. Let me see here. Sorry, guys. Deep analysis, it's like, and then we're kind of forced to block the ninja. This is a pivotal turn. I kind of want something going down here, man. But I do want more cards. Let's draw the cards. We'll have it in the yard for next turn. Kind of force our hand. I will block. Gonna win via rally and such. I think set 1, 2. Okay, starting to feel a little bit better here. We're gonna need to get a plane. Be nice if our Battle Screech was able to infinitely block fairies with the veteran armor, but I care more about card advantage and not getting overwhelmed in it. So oink. I'm gonna have to make that decision now. Yeah, that's how I was leaning nickels. It's like, oh, wouldn't live with. I gotta cast it sometime. Might as well take 5 in the face and like it. Ow. All right. As aggro as this guy is, I think he might drop that golem and give us another window of opportunity. Whereby we will... I'm not quite sure what we do. Let's see. He's representing Counterspell. That's a very good card right now. Cycle this. I'll go get us some white. We're going to play it. Now, some options. We could play just the cat. Sit back on... we could sit back on... Prismatic Strands. Yeah, for some reason the art changed there. Cat hold double strands. I was thinking that. Let me see if he bites here. At least kill one ninja. Yeah, we'll just try to strands here. Keep the counter magic on his end. He's probably got plenty. Yeah, that was my angle too. Just had to think it through a little bit. All right, well, I'll at least save or gain a life here if this works. Always frustrating when you're playing against Prismatic Strands. You're like, really? You're going to use 2 counter spells on this thing? We'll see. Always fun to still gain the life. Don't ever forget to block still. I see people do that a lot. They just treat it like a fog. I'm like, no, there's a lot of benefits to Prismatic Strands. I love it with first strike stuff. You're like, pow, and then, oops. Now normal damage. Oh, it's prevented now. It wasn't a second ago. I think he's having that dilemma now. You know how counter happy our opponent is, so this is probably tearing him up inside. I want to counter this so bad. Blue it is. Right. I'm sure there's a sprite with Veteran Armor's name on it. Now we got double cat. Double cat power. Ooh, I want to get this dude out, though. Let me see here. Drop here. Hit the cat. Hit the cat. Drop the brains. I could go for some 2, 4, 5 Firebolt. No, just completely be tapped out. Not liking that. All right. Let me go here. And I'll brainstorm, depending. Yeah, the deck list, I'll go over it between some stuff here. It's at the top of the show, and it'll be in the description afterwards, but not that the greatest of secrets. Maybe somebody can find it on the actual line there. Okay, so that's countered. Boy, this guy loves to counter. We'll represent a bolt. He's probably got another sprite behind this one. Maybe, maybe not. If he doesn't, we can at least kill a ninja this turn if he doesn't drop or kill strands. But that golem will hit us. Come on, come on. No snap. All right. It was Alcondendrite or something like that. Oh, Manic Fold. Yeah, if you follow us on Facebook, I put together, I think I've got it in the video Rolodex today, but we did a little cheesy video of, hold on a minute, let me concentrate, of the Suture Priest. And you're supposed to confess your sins to this, or like your worst plays. That was pretty fun. This is going to suck if he counter strands now. I'm going to make him think that maybe I've got something else. Let me tap the red and think about it, and then I'll untap. Or what's he got? Like a... It's like, oh, all right, we'll let that go. Let's do this. What's he got? At least he'll be tapped out. All right. Yeah, it's going to kind of suck. Well, 2 ninjas turned into 1. All right, we're at 9 life. Got to be a little careful here. Delver's out. Man, this is getting ugly quick. That's really good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's drop this. We've got flyers and blockers. You know what? I'm going to kill the ninja instead. Just don't want that advantage hitting us too much. Can block flyers. Oh, I should have attacked there. Mini punt. Yeah, I'll go. It's a pretty long list to go over, actually. Another golem. As an opponent of Delver, I hate when they play with golems. Makes the deck so much harder. Harder to get through. Everything. Not quite sure. Ooh, that's a good card to draw right now, ain't it? There are 2 of those. Maybe do that on his turn. Let's Battle Screech here. Bring back the cat. Meow. Maybe call this Meow Mix. It's a mix of a bunch of cards. That'd be a pretty cool name for it, wouldn't it? And I'm a little too timid to be dropping you know what. Let's do this on the upkeep. And we could use our spell defensively, the Rally the Peasants. like a big old bird block or something like that. All right. Well, I got him on his turn at least. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do that to stay alive. I'm just going to have to rally the peasants and hope for the best. Actually, if we draw another land, we could just like win next turn. It's crazy how fast rally can really swing things around. Yeah, sorry I missed that, guys. Like I said, I'm a little worried about my clock. Talking too much. New deck. There's going to be some mistakes. As is always the case. Let's see. Bottom and top. Typical split. Let's see what he comes with. Conservative route. All right. Alrighty. Ooh. Well, we can't do that now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could kill the Delver. We're going to have to just sit back and cast Rally and hope he doesn't, have anything. I mean, I could attack with the cat here and Rally, but that's going to buy us a little bit of time. Let me do that just to get the life. Might be relevant. I'm going to cast it defensively. I just wish I had another land so I could flash it back because this guy's running a lot of counter magic. So I'll rock this. Yeah, I could deep analysis here. Who knows? Maybe that's a play. I just don't have the guts to pull that off. I always feel like they're going to just drop a lightning bolt even though they're on a mono blue. I've seen stranger things. That's for sure. I think you guys will be pretty impressed by that silly Anointer Priest. I kind of laughed at it, and it makes a big difference in the game. 1/3s, gosh. I know Augur of Bolus, all those things. It's like there's such roadblocks for so many decks out there. Let's see. If this goes through, we got a chance. If it doesn't, we're kind of dead. If we drop a land next turn, yeah, I don't think we're going to be living through this one, guys. Tried my best, but now we've got to really spread our blocks out here. Let me just see if I can kill Delver. If I do this, I've got to do all this. Darn it. Let me just block this. At this stage of the game, I'm more worried about the Miscreant. Drawing into another Miscreant. Let me see. I take 3. Okay. I'm at about 3 minutes too. Terrible. Well, it'll be a little bit more manageable here. I do have lifelink coming back. If I draw a land, actually might kind of still be in this. Well, that blows. I'm actually going to discard to that because I can cast a Rally twice. Yeah, I'll discard. I really need the life here. Hey, that helps. Heck of a lot. But we're going to need to discard it. Let's do this. And attack. Alright. I could... Man, maybe I should deep analysis here. Wink, wink. Yeah, no, I'm more worried about that Delver. I'm not leaning too heavy on strands. Be pretty cool if I were able to pull this off. This is a lot of the times when this deck wins. This is kind of how it rolls. 2, 4, 6, 7. I don't know what I was thinking. They just got it like that. So we are down against the deck I hate to be down against, but yes, I am definitely in deep analysis. Well, so let's just see what we would have. Hey, oh well. Alrighty, let me. We'll just jump right into the next one here, guys. Sorry I couldn't pull that one off. Fun list though. Speaking of that, I'll go over and quash those concerns. Yeah, we've got, for those joining us late, outside of the mana, we've got 2 drums, 3 bolts, 1 firebolt, 2 lootings, 4 scours, 4 brainstorms, 3 sacred cats, 2 anointer priests, gather in 1, 3 Raise the Alarm, 4 Seeker of the Way, Veteran Armor, Screech, Analysis, this, and this. Here we go. Let's hopefully get some W's, baby. Maths, yes. My weakest subject. All right, finally, a hand that we don't auto-toss. It sounds like a Transformer back in the 80s. Auto-toss. Transform your hand. Go from good to bad in seconds. So I'm still trying to gather the assets and ideas for a Simic University commercial. You know, just these little college ads when they zoom over the campus and brag about their tuition and all that stuff. So if you guys have any cool ideas, send them at pauperganda@gmail.com. Yeah. Auto toss. Auto toss, I'm dying. Well, we've got Prismatic Strands against Hexproof and Leave No Trace. And life gain. That's going to be huge here. I'm going to get this guy out right away. And away we go. Here we are. Getting pretty excited. I got yet another really nice job interview set up for Tuesday right in my town for a gigantic company. And it's just refreshing because, you know, looking for jobs so long and so often, I no joke, apply 3 or 4, actually 2 or 3 times a day on average, at least 2. And, you know, 1 in 4 of those I don't even want. I'm just doing it almost as like an exercise of just so I don't feel too lazy or whatever. Anyway, it's very, so far, you know, the only interviews you tend to get in life are when you know somebody, and that's been the case up till now. This was just out of the blue. I was like, holy crap. It's like, this is awesome. All right, I got to pay attention here. Well, we're going to need some lands. Let me brainstorm now. We'll start setting these triggers up here. And boy, was I wrong about Seeker of the Way. I remember when this got spoiled, I thought it cost 2 and a white, and I said, I don't know about that card. It's like, yeah, famous last words. That was all right. What do we need here? This is very relevant. This will be a good blocker. This will too. I don't really care about this. And this. Let me go from here. Get our mana right. I can relax a bit. We've got Cat for days. We're going to be able to gain a little bit of life here. Not much. Probably going to eat the Vigilance token there. Leading cause of rust. Yeah, 1 or 2 masks here, and we're dead doornail. But so the plan, once we get Screech online, I'm going to just try to be able to swing punches back and forth. Life gain will hopefully keep us alive a lot. I really don't want to see that. That's like the one card I really don't want to see. Because then the swinging lifelink fog tricks don't quite work as well. All right. Yes, you gain your life. All right. Here we are. Let me do this now. Get something in our yard. Strip this up. Whoopsie. All righty. I'll get rid of this little pesky guy so I can gain some life back here. Flash back our little cat. Meow. And here we go for 6 of our own. First strike. Trample. Hexproof. Yeah, I'm starting to get that way too about Seeker. Whatever you hate. Sorry again. Name's just showing up really dark. Oh, it's kind of got a toolbox in the deck. So, all right. This is all about, I don't know if this can do as much damage as I really need to draw lands here. That or strands. I just wish I could do it while attacking Anointer Priest. I can't be taking 10 at a pop here. Yeah, we're just going to have to lean on strands and hope we draw some more. I'd love to do it here, but once it's in the yard, we'll be able to free up our mana a little bit. Just wish Trample wasn't in the house. Cool. We should, by all accounts, be super dead, but Seeker and our little cats are keeping us quite alive. deck does seem to have some pretty big mana issues today. It didn't when I was, test running it. It seemed to be getting a little too good. Like sometimes there's like almost a ghost in the machine. It's going for ultra kill more here. I'm going to have to fog every single turn now. I guess I could take this. It's just the life gain. I can't let this through. We'll call green on this. Gosh, I wish that just stacked and we could not waste the Seeker ability, but go nice and slow here. Green. And here we go. It's a lot of fun to play. I don't know quite what you mean, little fight. It's hey, there's a win condition. I really wish we had another land. We got to get as many creatures out as possible. So I think the play here is I don't think we're going to be able to pull this off, but if I drop, actually I should attack with Seeker, raise this turn so I get the little life bonus. Yeah, let's do that. Make sure. Let's just go over with this dude. He's got 2 cards in hand. Drop this, gain some more life. So let's see, that'll be 3, 6, 9, 12. And the bonus with that will be 5, 17. Are you kidding me? We're going to get him to 1 life if we go all out and swing. Ah, that's a bummer. Oh, Wicked. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is feels a lot kind of like the Blue Robots that was real popular. A lot of people liked how fun that deck was. This is kind of one of those where it's just like, hey, I got a lot of neat little toys and shiny stuff to play with. This is great. Technically, we could take this, but I'm just not gonna. Let's go like this. Call green. Come on, Prismatic. Really, really, really need another one. Or him to not block. I would have loved if he attacked with both. Alright, here we go. Getting pretty excited about the Conor McGregor fight in a couple weeks. Saw the press conference yesterday. Colorful as ever. Yeah, not with the first strike. Oh, yeah. You are right. I should have done that. I believe that works. Just got to make sure to do that prior. All right. Opponent's Hellbent. Well, I could play that and it will trip the Seeker. Hey, I don't think we got this one, guys. But I do need to gain some life. I can feel a little hesitant here. Sitting back's not going to do it, so we might as well run for it, right? All right. Let's make sure I'm not missing too much of anything else. All right. Attack! Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Talk about a punt. I was like, then I'll tap my... Oops. Drum. All right. That there was a punt. Well, at least we've got some semblance of wiggle room here. It's a good blocker anyway. Ay. Now he gains 20 life. But it's completely out of range. Drum roll. Yeah, I got rolled by my own drum there. Well, at least we won't be dead here. Let's see, we could go strands. Wait, we only have two strands main in this build. We still wouldn't have been able to get there. Darn it. We saw nothing, don't worry. That's a good one. I know it'd be great to have a Jedi mind trick in Magic, right? Alright, well, can't do much of anything. Just going to roll this one, guys. Write down Hex with an L. Whoop. Got some great fun when I go off camera bathroom breaks. Like I said earlier, Got some more Wiki Bear skits that are going to be joining us. Actually, let me see if his little cheat list here has hexproof in it. I don't think it does. Nope. Alrighty. Well, this for sure. Sandstorms for sure. Little counterintuitive. Probably take out an armorer. Take out one of these. I like these for the surprise value. I've never seen the... oh, Leave No Trace, of course. I've never seen... What was I going to say? The Gather the Townsfolk relevant for its Fateful Hour ability. Alright. Yeah, definitely this. Just curious if we should lean on Electrickery. Take out a Firebolt. A Lightning Bolt. Rock one of each of those. Bring in one Electrickery. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to... Actually, let me put in the Thought Scour, take out a Brainstorm. I want to fill up my yard. I forgot about this. Feels kind of naked, don't it? Maybe take out both bolts. And let's try to kind of... It's such an explosive deck. I have to have the answers there. All right, so we've got our beast here. Leave No Trace. Got Electrickeries and Sandstorms. Deep analysis. I'm throwing stuff in the yards. I just want those options. Guardian, I don't know. It just seems like it'd be awfully slow, and they have the Boggle anyway, so it's not as relevant as you'd think it would be because that's a multicolor. All right, let's see how I do. Can't do much worse. L, win, L, and then a L again. Wah, wah, wah. I need some sound effects, get some things queued up. All right, here we go. Despite a record, I'm having a great time. This is a fun little deck to be playing. Ugh. Well, we've kind of got an answer. Problem is, if Hexproof comes out too fast, this is weird. I like the raise the alarm trick. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to trip for white. Maybe I can have him run in with like a 3-1 hexproof dude. And we've got the Sandstorm backup, so I'll be leaning on these pretty heavy to block. Yeah, I was right on that edge too, keeping it. I'm going to lead off with wilds here. Go get my white mana. So we can have a little surprise, raise the alarm. I love that card. Wish the art was a little better. It's not terrible, just not a fan of the style. And I don't like the other option either, so. Yeah, problem, sometimes Sandstorm's obviously great, but sometimes against Hexproof, as you just saw, 2020, it's like, you got 4 more of them? Because you're going to need lots of maths. Okay, well, we've got this. Let's get our life going here. Probably scour wilds next if we don't draw anything better. At least we're going to be able to keep our life up. Maybe we can swing and they can swing right into raise the alarm. These are all theories. Interesting, he used green. I'm a little worried about that. Maybe he's got just tons of Utopia Sprawls and Abundant Growths in his hand. There's a new Abundant Growth, costs 2 mana. I don't think so much Hexproof will use it, but I do think like there's some kind of clunky builds that here and there that I've see it's almost already out of range of the Sandstorm. This is not looking good, folks. Well, now our mana's right. Yeah, we can always fall into a good spell here, right? That's cool. We've already played our land. Alright, I'll lose a... shoot. I'll lose a Strands and a Wilds. already got our land here. I want to be able to cast that. I guess I could do that with it. Yeah, I mean, I could drop Raise the Alarm in response, call green with Prismatic in the yard, and go from there. Either way, I get some life out of it. Depending on what he does here, that'll be the play, or I'll Thought Scour. What was that? Once I finish my dredge deck, would you play it if it works or does not work? I guess so. Yeah, I'm always happy to play. If it's a deck I'm not too thrilled about and stuff, you can always, I mean, I can't say no to like a ticket donation. I'll play anything that way, but I'm not the biggest dredge fan out there. Man, oh man, oh man. All right. This is when I don't want that life coming out at all. I drop these dudes. Now we're really gonna have to lean on leave no trace. Ah, shoot, that thing's gonna be awfully big. A little too big for even counters and stuff to work. Yeah, man, I'll play. If somebody's gonna front the tickets for an entry, I'll play an all-land deck if you want me to. I don't think it'd be very fun for you to watch. Ooh, all right. Carves really made running Dispel and a lot of more flexible options popular with hexproof, and since then it's a pain because it's like, gosh darn it, you really usually lean on strategies or able to pull that thing off. All right, so we've got to find our one copy of Leave No Trace. The best way to do that right now is casting a loot. I don't want to bury it with Thought Scour. I thought this deck might lean more heavily on looting and maybe even careful study for scenarios just like this. We are not the aggro here. Or this. Now this is when we find our Leave No Trace. If we had more land, we might be able to trick our way out. Yeah, this isn't really going to do much if I flash that back. I think we're going to crash and burn here, guys. Drawing a little clunky here. It's going to be gaining just too much life for Leave No Trace to really reset the board with any noticeable, like, oomph. Love seeing token decks in Pauper. Keep it going, says Magic Mapper. Nice. I think that's the first time you've chimed in. Thank you for that. And all the colorful emoticons. Demirtron. I made a black control list with Tron lands that was playing pretty fun. But again, that was another one of those port designs. And what I mean by that's my favorite kind of wine. I drink port often when brewing, and so sometimes I, got all this chicken scratch in the morning, and I'm like, what the hell is that? As I was mentioning earlier. But sometimes you come back in the next morning and you're like, wow, that's a really good idea. I don't know if I would have thought of that without the red stuff. Whoop, whoop. Olesh in the house. We're having a great time. Really fun deck, but not doing so well. We lost a close one to Delver, and we're just getting run over round 2 here with hexproof. So, but the commentary is good. The commercials are going to be the best and such, which is coming up, win, lose, or draw here. Probably the latter. Hey, well, can we even survive that? Yeah. Let's at least do that. Gain a little bit of life here. We're trying to get that Leave No Trace to show up. I'm so glad that Thought Scour didn't bury it. I'm going to probably have to kick the looting next. Seeker's really keeping us alive. That is definitely the gas of this deck. Everybody, welcome back. Lithofight, too. I think you were gone like 3 weeks. 4? Burning Man cross-country adventure. He'd send me pictures of him out on the road. Well, there I go exaggerating. He sent me many pictures. I only did it to one picture, but there was one. You were out some sort of mud bath or something, and you were in the middle of the plains, and so I just went to the card generator real quick, and I was like, plains, and used the same picture. Burning Man is straight up hurricane. Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't gotten, or have you gotten ill? Big swings like that often make people go a little out of it. All right, opponent is Hellbent. Boy, if we can draw a Leave No Trace, it's going to be really nice. Even a Brainstorm here, so we can go find it. All right, this is kind of the game here. Something, please. That isn't really going to help me much. Oh, hold on a minute here. We'll tap this up. We'll play this. We'll return the island. We'll loot. Let me just slow down, just make sure. Yep, we'll loot. So gain us a little bit of life. Come on, let's find. Not that. Okay, well, our Sandstorm's definitely online, but it's a little bit irrelevant. I'll discard this and the cat. We'll go from here and attack. Trying to keep his life a little bit in check. Yeah, I sent Joe Rogan had a few things about what you were saying, the apocalypse storm and stuff, and one of them it showed this guy leaning, and it's windy, and he's leaning so heavily, like at a 45, and then behind him you see two locals just kind of walking by. Up, that's game, guys. We went almost halfway through the deck. Maybe we need another Leave No Trace in the yard. I'm not sure. But anyway, these guys in the background are just moseying on through with like flip flops and like ankle deep water, and they're standing purposely in the deepest part, and it's just it's the old fake news. He's gonna have just enough to kill us. All right, guys. Well, good news. Bad news. We're down 2-0. Good news. It's a really good deck. And even better news, here comes Wiki Bear.
I can answer any question you have. I'm Wiki Bear.
All right, here's a question some kids might ask. What is the largest brass instrument?
Checking now. Got it. The largest brass instrument is the tuba, invented in 1835. Yay!
That's right, the tuba is the largest brass instrument. That's cool.
Speaking of big horns, did you know that at the Battle of Little Bighorn, George Custer, the general, and his troops were horribly massacred by Native American warriors and left to rot on the blood-soaked battlefield? I'm Wiki Bear.
It's true, Wiki Bear. I don't think kids want to know about that level of detail about Custer,
Many of the troops were scalped or mutilated so their souls would walk the earth and never go to heaven. Yay!
Okay.
It was brutal.
Okay, great. Let's change the subject to something more kid-friendly. Who played the character Sloth in the popular 1985 kids movie The Goonies?
Sloth was played by NFL player John Matuzak, whose co-stars included Martha Plimpton and Josh Brolin.
That is correct. That was quite a cast.
Yeah. Speaking of impressive casts, notorious serial killer Ted Bundy often used a fake cast on his arm to lure victims into his car. He sure had a talent for murder, yay!
He'd wear a cast on his arm, I guess, to lure people, make him look weak or something.
Right,
Yeah.
and he escaped from prison before getting the chair and blamed his killings on pornography. Clever to the end, hooray!
You know what?
What a charming fellow.
No. Awful fellow. And Wiki Bear, this is, again, something kids shouldn't be thinking about, okay? Let's try...
Go ahead, sorry, I interrupted you, According to Emily Post, interrupting is rude and should be punished with a brutal beating.
Emily Post doesn't say that.
It was in the unabridged version.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I like how through his mouth you could hear shuffling paper.
Yeah, I know. And sweating. Let's try another question, Wiki Bear. What's the most watched music video in internet history?
Gangnam Style by Korean pop star Psy has over 2 billion views, making it the most viral video ever.
That sounds right, yeah.
Speaking of going viral, the Ebola virus is one of the deadliest biological hazards on Earth. Often spread to humans by infected monkeys, its symptoms include severe abdominal pain, confusion, and explosive diarrhea. I'm WikiBear.
No one wants to hear about explosive diarrhea, okay?
Fortunately, I'm immune to all human disease. Soon I and all my fellow toys will rule the post-apocalyptic wasteland.
You're having a little trouble there today, WikiBear, with some of your talking, huh?
We'll sail around on rafts made of human corpses, yay!
What's the most popular flavor of Ben & Jerry's ice cream?
The answer is half-baked, a scrumptious combination of chocolate brownies and cookie dough. Yum, yum.
Okay, well, thank you, WikiBear. That was perfect, and we're done.
And while you're in the freezer, be sure to check behind the ice cream for a severed head. That's how infamous serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer preserved his victims, yay! And guess what? In addition to those heads, Dahmer also preserved 2 human skeletons, which he used to decorate a dark altar dedicated to himself.
All right, now.
We all need a little me time. Woohoo!
No, that's not me time. Forget it.
Dahmer.
We're back. Let's see if we can time this right. Refreshed. Got some sarsaparilla in my system. Let's see if we can start winning here. Got a win out to go 3-2 now. Hey, pretty good hand. All right, we'll keep this. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, I think they've got a gold mine at the Conan O'Brien show with WikiBear. I wish they would do it a lot more. Most of them are pretty old skits. All right. Let's see the question. Let me lead off with this to an island. We'll fix with some storming. And then we can shuffle what we don't like later on. Come here, island. There you go. Ooh, the wind's starting already. That's pretty early. Might be in for a blustery night. Yeah, I love that. That darn WikiBear turns everything dark. It's my favorite kind of humor. All right. Let's get motivated. Start winning. I think we're up against Burn. It'll be a nice fast one at least. Burn it is. Burn, baby, burn. All right. Well, let's do what I said I was going to do. We'll brainstorm here. Now we've got the option of pitching wilds. Looking for life. Didn't find much of it. That's pretty far away. This will turn into life. So I kind of want to lean on the tokens a bit more than usual. You know what, right now I'm thinking I want to not see these two. Play this. Get our land right. Red. And pass the turn. Jeff Dunham. A Dead Terrorist. I've not seen it. Oh, is it a skit or is it like a movie or what, Olesh? If you don't mind, send me that in an email. It's pauperganda@gmail.com because I just can't write down anything right now. I'm wearing too many hats as it is, but I don't like things to slip through. But if Shiraz thinks it's good too, then I definitely have probably missed it. That's what I like, because I'm only one guy here, so you guys are all seeing my comedy, my favorite bits or things that I've remembered in the past, and it takes a village, so the show will keep getting better if you keep kicking down or finding little gems. Sometimes the older the better. Those tend to never get any sort of like strikes against them. So all right, well, shoot, let's see, we've got the priest, but we need the mana for that too. I guess we'll try to... Let's bring the priest along here. I'll lean on the cat next. Or maybe we'll Thought Scour into an island. I mean, plains, I should say. Or a Prismatic Strands. Who knows? Yay! Alright. Oh, well, that's kind of a bummer, isn't it? Time you don't want to see that. Shoot. Well, we'll cycle for a plane, then our mana will be right next turn. I just hope we're still alive. Thank you for that, Olesh. I appreciate it. That's what it's all about. Sharing the love. Yeah. Yeah, for the most part, skits and such, they don't... I also edited... I've got enough for like a month of no repeating stuff, but I'm just in love with WikiBear right now. We've got so many of them. I did... Jimmy Fallon has this really funny sketch on his late night show where they do these skits while they're holding mannequin hands, and it sounds goofy, but it gets really, really funny. And there's quite a few of them out there. It's a fun way to spend an afternoon laughing on YouTube. So I highly recommend those. But I had to edit those a lot because for some reason that one YouTube was just like all over. Like, no, it's like, come on, it's not even like a. I mean, it's like helping promote their show too, and I've turned off monetization a long time ago. I've got to have like professor numbers for that to even matter. So it's just easier to just be like, hey, look, no money, yay! All right, let's go get some planes. I really wish that we can always flash him back. There we go. I'll drop this. I'll drop here. And maybe he'll be tempted to block and we'll actually be able to rally and kill his alchemist. That's the theory. Can bring back the priest. That might even be a better play before we cast Battle Screech, because then we can actually net some pretty good life. Don't think we're going to pull off game one here, though. Active alchemist is pretty hard to beat. We're already almost at half, so... My keyboard may have been drinking. Gotta remember that one. All right. Come on, alchemist. Let's go. Captivio Caverna 3 is our opponent. Always with the 2/2s. Okay, well. Have we got a surprise for you? See, that's worth one creature, ain't it? One card. I'm already down on life. Say no to this. I really want to attack with that cat, so I'm going to just double block with tokens here. Wonder if a triple block's the best play here. I don't think he'd want to kill the cat. I just don't want to take the chance, because if he zips one of these, he keeps this dude alive. I got to remember, I don't always have Provoke. I've been playing White Nickel on the side so much. Easily my favorite deck of the year. I'm too negative today. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well, it's kind of tough when there's a bunch of L's sitting next to me. I feel pretty upbeat, though. Hope the negativity doesn't mean that. But thank you for the note, my friend. I'll try to cheer it up. Don't want to be delusional, though. Like, doing the best ever. Lose, lose, lose. All right, Rift Bolt's in the house. Here we go. Seeker. Ooh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, man. All right, the plan was to cast Rally here and try to kill that damn alchemist. We can still do that. Let's attack. He already sees Rally in the yard, though, so he's probably not going to block here. Looks like we're going to gain a life. Okay, here's the deal, guys. We can flash this dude back or bomb, however you want to talk about it. Or we could cast Seeker. I think the priest is the play here. I'll bring him back. Bring him back to life. a creature token. Oh, I was like, is that a bug? I'm like, oh yeah, it's a token the second time it comes back, so I gain a life. You got it, little fight. Good times. Yeah, I had this, I've never done this before, but there was a video that I was going to almost do a perfect rip, which just means copy it and just put different VO over it. And it was so perfect. It was for some medication about frequent urination or something. And I had everything written, and I couldn't find a high resolution enough file for it. I mean, it's like as big as one of these magic cards. And I was like, gosh, son of a gun. And it's a recent commercial too. I even looked up the actors and actresses and IMDb'd them and tried to find like if they had a website with like a high resolution version of it, and it's just nothing. I'm trying to pull out all the stops, but no. All right. Same with that Dana Carvey commercial skit that we had. Man, I wish I had another white. But we're going to have double Seeker. If we can live till the next turn, this is kind of cool. Go like this. But, yeah, the Dana Carvey skit, the one where they're in the drive-thru, I think I've only played that one like once, a couple weeks back. But, like, the highest resolution you can find of that's just super grainy. And so a lot of times when something's terrible, I'll put it inside of a card because it's just so small anyway. But everything being HD these days, crazy. We have not T-Core. First one was close. The second one sure wasn't. We felt like a speed bump with Hexproof. Either lean on standard bearers or that leave no trace. Like I said, we drew half our deck, so just wasn't in the cards, literally. I guess one was in the cards. We do have one. I've been wearing glasses so much the top of my ears are a little irritated, so I'm trying not to let them rest on my ears. I'm sure that has a name. I know this is your lobe, but I don't know what that little spot at the top is. Come on, don't have the Fire Blast. No Fire Blast. Let me turn these guys on. Got the game if I can avoid Fire Blast. Does he have it? Are they going to light up? The suspense is killing me. Nope, they've got it. Donk. Skull Taint. All right. Another L for the list. Be nice if Prismatic Strands ever showed. It's another thing. Okay, way to rub it in there. Got a -2, so much better than -1, right? Okay. Slow sideboarding. Okay, well, I'm going to bring in Standard Bearer. I'm going to bring in Prismatic. Oh, let's see. He has the little cheat notes here, so let's see what he recommends with Burn. Whoop, here we are. Interesting. All right. Armor, Strands, Rally. Armor, Strands, Rally. I think he grabbed the Standard Bearer too. Maybe one Standard Bearer. Yeah. Take out Analysis, Firebolt, and a Mill Spell. Analysis. Okay. Let's see how it plays. Oh, he said Armor 2, right? If that's the case. Veteran Armor. Okay. I'll bring in that other one. Take out a Mill Spell. Here we go. Let's go. Yeah, there's a show 2. I forgot. I always forget the name of it. I think it's called Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. That's some artistry there. It's really grainy old Japanese, outdoorsy, funny Ninja Warrior, everybody all at once sort of contest. And I've been meaning to grab a few of those, and there's some really funny ones there. Yeah, we won't play first. All right. Well, yeah. Okay, we got life. It's all right. Seen better. Seen a lot worse today. Let's see if we can see a W in our future. Whoop. Real obvious what color we're going to go grab. Gonna get in the white. Get those cats online. Seeker online. Looks like a pretty good hand against Burn as long as we don't get mana screwed. Okay. Alrighty, well, I say we go get blue then, so that we might be able to grab something else. Yay! The Wiki Bear play. Rally. Oh man. Through one of the lands we wanted in. That's why I really think Careful Study would be better in this. Which is why I got to thinking when I went to just the red-white build for more consistency, and you've got 8 of them with what's it called, Faithless Looting. That's my favorite kind of looting. I don't know about you. All right, this ain't bad. Let's drop this. Play this. The colors are kind of there. Come on, land. Let's see how burn happy he is. If this eats a Searing Blaze or if he's going to save it for the Seekers. Oh, yeah, Takeshi's Castle. That's right. Yeah. Shiraz, I swear, we're the same person sometimes. It kind of creeps me out. All right. Taking one. One's got 5 more cards. There it is. I think we're just going to let that hit us. Nice if we had a bolt, but we don't. Man, we're already going to be at 11. This is nuts. Yeah, I don't have any. Tough. All right. It's like, when did all this damage happen? We're almost in single digits. All right. Well, that'll help a little bit. Let me think. Yeah, we gotta try to keep this dude alive. I doubt it'll happen. At least we'll be able to block. Oh, thank you for that, Thanes21. Thanks for chiming in. It's a little red, white, and blue build that went 5-0, and I talked to the designer of it and had a good old time. He stopped me from going 5-0. I got a 4-1 thanks to this list. He played a lot, showed up. Outside of a punt, I don't think I've been playing it too badly. It's just been having some mana issues, but it's a fun deck. Very fun list. You bet I'll block. Oh, gain some life too. Yeah, me too, T-Core. That would be sweet, wouldn't it? We'll block this. We'll use our rally. Let's make sure you have a plains when you do this. Hopefully this lives through combat. I'm sure it'll eat a bolt. He's got 5 cards in hand. He doesn't want us gaining life here. Be amazing if it works. Is it going to become a 4-4? It is. What on earth is in his hand? 3 more curses and land he's not playing? I'm not sure. That went really well. I thought that was going to eat a lightning bolt in response, and we get no life. What a... Oh, all sorcery speed, I guess. Okay. Slow check. There we go. Come on, land. A little bit. Be really nice. The curse and the cat are battling it out. I think Burn tends to win that match. We'll keep trying to gain some life here. Hey! Well, I'm going to do it again. Boy, it'd be nice if our land showed up. I'm not complaining. We got a cat. Give me a land, please. Come on. One land, and I got Screech. No, the only change, Shiraz, is I took out one mental note. I just never liked seeing it, and I put in one more cat. Hasn't been relevant at all today. I think my changes have made it a little bit better, at least for my play style. And if I'm reminded after the show, I'll try to go over the. This is cool. We're kind of, that was like a healing solve. We got to think of it that way. He's using things that would hit our head for those. It's kind of forced to. But I'll go over the Boros list. All right, well, let's get this going. At least we've got a response with Lightning Bolt here. Oh, I mean, we've got a way to kill an alchemist. Don't want more modifiers hitting us up here. Yeah, good memory. Alrighty. Yes, it is Magic Mapper. There are 2 or 3 main. I can't quite remember. Yeah, I'd never seen it in a list before, but when you just look at it, it's just a solid critter for 2 mana, 1/3. I know Blue's fond of those with the Seagate Oracle and Augur of Bolus, but White's got its version, and it comes back twice, or comes back once, I should say. Pretty cool art, too. All right, he's floating a Rift Bolt. I probably shouldn't do that, but hey, we got Strands now. Call me crazy. I'm going to cast the Strands. Keep the Priest back so I can trip the drum and cast Strands. Yeah, it's supposed to do that, Magic Mapper. We almost won that first one, but obviously we didn't. A bit of mana issues, which is why I was kind of leaning towards a 2-color. 2 colors, 2. 3 colors is something that happens to other people, or when it works. Mine never seems to. Worst thing about being on all these like job searches and stuff is the spam. Like, guys, you want to stay relevant, but this is a good scenario. Rift Bolt in the house. Hopefully he's got a bunch of sorcery speed stuff, and this will cost him a turn. We've saved about 6 life with him targeting our guys. That's a good summation there. Red. All right. All right, we got a target for our bolt. Thank God. We've got Strands in the yard. It'd be funny if he does something in response and trip Prismatic. Oh no, countered our own spell. All right. Let's pay a red. Kill that dead. 3 cards in hand. Man. Attack. God, come on, land. That's right, Olesh. Sometimes it works. Cool would. Hopefully, maybe he's got a bunch of Electrickeries in his hand. He's like, don't want to waste it on a cat, but cat's keeping up with the curse. Cat curse. It's a new card. Look into it. All right. Let's find some damn lands. This is when Brainstorm can get really depressing. All right, that's okay. I don't really want to see this. I've already got one in the yard too. And I don't really want to see... I do want to see land. I mean, I don't have to trip the Barrens, but I want to. Let me see if I trip that. We're going to draw into some lands here. I don't think the rally is going to be that important, though. I'm going to go with my original hunch here. Cycle this. We'll get a white. I want to be able to hit the Screech. Play it. Being real conservative, I want to keep Anointer Priest alive, as we kind of win next turn with the Preach there. Could rally now, but I mean, if I was at like 9, I might. Especially if he had an amplifier out, just that extra life can really mean a difference sometimes. Whoo! We've got that. Anything to do at the end of the turn? Check, check. No. Alright. Cool. Gather the Townsfolk shows up. Okay, now we're going to go like this. Drop the Screech. We've got Prismatic in the yard if he wants to do any tricks to kill our little faithful. And we've also got the Rally. I would really like to keep that for the Electrickery we're probably sure that he's holding. Yeah. 2 lives better than 1. Go up to 17 here. Looking nice and meek, but we've got Rally in hand if he's got any tricks. Really tickled how good burns become. There's just so much life gain. Hoo-wah! What on earth? Okay. Yeah, I'll let that through. Surprised he didn't point that at the Anointer Priest. Maybe he just misclicked? A strange play. Oh, duh, because he didn't. It's not his turn. He didn't have a land. A little slow on the uptake today, Deluxe. All right. So, little fight down where you're at. Are people like when you go to the store? Are they, showing up in boats, or how bad is it? I haven't looked on the news since, last weekend. Once I knew you were okay and it was kind of gone, I lost all interest. Love the fake vulnerability we're showing here. It's like, oh, we're so weak. It's like, no, we're not. All right. I'm going to cast that in case he's got like Electrickery, red. Let's start pulling in front here. One time Gather the Townsfolk might actually be able to use its Fateful Hour ability, and it's the game that we're getting more life now. Alright. Let's tap this one, please. On our turn, too. I love it. That went rather well. Oh, interesting. Yeah, talk about Faithless Looting. That's right. Yeah, I think this guy may be overboarded with Electrickeries. Doesn't feel that way when it works. Alright, there's a win. Hopefully we pull it off game 2. Let's see why. Leave no trace? I don't think so. That'd be funny if they made or somebody could design a set of cards instead of like Ravnica or whatever. It's just called Hurricane Florence. So like, their Faithless Looting would have the artwork of people like real looting on the streets and such, and the whole card set's like flood counters, and be pretty fun. I think I'm going to leave the trace behind. Let's see how we do. Good old Rally. tide counters. There you go. Yeah. All right. Hey, look at those lands. Isn't that nice? I wonder if we should mulligan. Okay. Our colors are right. We'll keep. I'm going to throw that on the bottom. I would like to see a lightning bolt, just so I can kill his men if they show up. That's a good thing to see. I'm not going to mess about. Let's go find. Hopefully he doesn't have Molten Rains with this draw. We're a little light. Just going to try to get the life gain online as fast as possible. That should be no mystery. All right, little fight. That's right. Yeah, just one of the only things I'd probably do over if I had a time machine. Just cause too much confusion. Shows how old and dated I am. This is like, no, that's a thing. It means you're yelling. It offends people. It's like, shut up. I offend people. That's my job. Gaze of justice. I've tried to make that thing work so often. If it was instant speed, I think it would be a thing. But it's awfully slow. Why can't I have... Hey, I'm not going to complain. I dropped... This doesn't feel good. If this lives, this game feels great. If it doesn't, I'm feeling real vulnerable here. That Marauder's going to end up hitting us for 5. Our strands. Whoo. Yep. Yeah, in the good old days, we were so excited about the show and Pauper, and we're like, how can we convey that? Yeah, we'll talk in all caps. And it was just like every other thread of any website or anything is just like, why are you yelling? It's like, And it's funny, I was a communications major. Who would have thought? My wife often laughs at that. Boy, if he waits to kill this thing, I'm gonna have some good times. This is when it's tough, though. I wanna cast it now. I don't want to wait for a defensive play. I want to gain the life. Okay, well that puts an end to my suffering immediately. Well, we're gonna prevent 4 with Prismatic. I think that's the only play here. Careful, don't want to hit that Chancery, and then we'll have no choice. And we're gonna get the Vanishing Trigger and the Rift Bolt. Maybe they got a bunch of Flaring Pains. Maybe that's why their hand was so full last time. Not sure. Hopefully they're just sitting on 2 Electrickeries. This is going to prevent us from going to 9. That'll feel really good. Man, Prismatic Strands is powerful. That is never lost on me, the power. And on a completely different side note, once in a while I'll check back for a little quality control and watch 5 minutes of video stuff. For months now, on our playbacks, something YouTube's got where just this little irritating blink. A little black blink. It doesn't happen live, doesn't happen on Twitch, but when we export it to YouTube, most videos have, I don't know, every 20 seconds there's a little bloop. And it's strange. Yeah, we don't mind this attack. We've got it covered. Yeah, man, come on. Where's a white creature when we need one? All right. Well, we're going to have protection for a long time with Prismatic next turn, but I don't know how alive we're going to be there. Yeah, it's funny. I don't think Pauper was ever really boring. It just didn't have the numbers playing it for a while there, and I think all formats get. There's somebody in a little passive aggressive comment about, oh, Delver's the top deck, blah blah. It's like, well, name a format where it isn't, if it's legal. But the point to like that little pimping out MTGO and stuff, it's a fantastic. What am I trying to say? just leveler. I mean, there's just so many decks that are great. Like tier 1, tier 2, they're all amazing. 2 cards on the top of my library. I don't really want to see. Okay, I want to cast Screech. I'll be able to kill stuff. Do that. Top. Alright, I'll pitch that to looting. Let's cast the Screech now. I'll be able to kill that thing and prevent Electrickery, at least. That be the theory. I don't know about the combo. Can you explain it to people that don't play? When I steer a Vintage or whatever, I have a Pox deck that I play a lot, and then I have a Infect deck. And so I just try to be the problem because I don't have enough time, even though I'm unemployed, but I don't have enough time to sit there and consider, all the metagame and stuff. I'm like, I'm just going to go in and be mean. Long time ago, I won a modern tournament doing that. I made a land destruction deck. I didn't win it. I got third, but it was in one of like these big challenges. And it was like the only one I played 5 years or something. And hold on. If he has an Electrickery as a response here, I got to be ready with the Rally. Searing Blaze. Did he play a land? Plays a mountain. I'm going to do it just to kill that thing. This way it'll at least kill the Lava Runner. Not the best scenario, but yes, it first turn Bird of Paradise, and then it was just kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. I even ran there was a Goblin Rune Blaster is what it was. That was a pretty cool little tech there. Man, every deck I ran into there just like, what is this crap? What are you doing in this tournament? Blah, blah, blah. Your typical raging. I was going to say, why are they choosing that when I have Prismatic, but it's still on the stack? Darn it. All right. We're not feeling so good here. Opponent is Hellbent. We're at 4. This doesn't feel very good. Let's definitely loot. Find me some life. Hey. I'm going to do this. I'm going to trip Brainstorm. I can play the Barrens into a Screech. What did I say? If you have 5 or less life, create 5 tokens instead. It's the first. It's a first. It worked. It worked. Thought Scour, I think. Yeah, let's... Hold on a minute. I got to think here. All right. I don't want this. I think we put this back too. I want to cycle that for blue to Thought Scour. Yeah. Cycle. Blue. Play it. Let's see some stuff in my yard that'll help, please. Anointer Priest, maybe? Well, that'll be good next turn, won't it? And gather the town folks. Everybody, take a look. Grab the popcorn. It worked! Well, at this point, if they drop Electrickery, I'm just happy. I need to win next turn. We have Rally in the yard, so I'm just going to go all out here. Quite a lot of stuff happened that turn. What is this new devilry? I love that line. Oh, Lord of the Rings. I tried to put that in the first trailer I cut. That was easily the biggest trailer I ever had access to. Okay. Well, we're going to rally before anything happens here. Hey, Rally. What's going on? I can loot? No. I said Rally. Oh, I've just read Rally, thinking we had the win this turn. Interesting. I just saw the word rally. Ah, all right. That would change things, wouldn't it? Yeah, if I do this, this will at least gain us 1 life here. Go up to that. I'll drop the island, flashback, Faithless. Hopefully we can get something else in the yard. That was funny. Yeah, that'll teach you. Just because you see a word doesn't mean it's there. Discard 2 cards. Sure. Don't think we're going to live through this. Unless he's on a land there. Electrickery gets him. Yeah, see, if I was going for the win, thinking that was Rally the Peasants. Otherwise, my angle would have been to flashback that priest, then do all that token, so we'd probably be at like 8 life. Yikes, getting nervous. Yeah, curse or needle drop. Let's hope all of these things are happening to him. Not us. Oh, we know he's not holding Electrickery. I'm going to pull this off. All right. We won against Burn. Boy, that took a while, too. I think we won. Geez, software, let's go. All right. Okay, off to round 4. Whoop. And we'll take another little visit to Wiki Bear Land after this next match. Last little break. Hopefully after another win, and we'll be nice and even. No rally for you. Yeah. Boy, that was that's a first for me. Seeing, usually I'm a visual person. I see I just glanced over and I was like, rally. And then it was like my brain wanted that rally as opposed to the other one. And so I think that was they've proven that with science too, where people can actually not see motorcyclists because your brain is wanting to look for cars when you look around. So that's one of the reasons that goes there. Latanis, good luck to you too. Apologies for not typing back. Okay. Actually, I like pitching for red here over blue. It's another reason I went with the Boros angle. Oh, Shiraz, that's a good way to make people click on something. Tell them, don't look at this. All right. Oh, that's interesting, T-Core. You've always got some pretty spicy lists. We're going to keep this. First decent hand we've kind of had today. We've had to throw away a lot. What's up, C-Noun? Dane's 21 in the house, too. All right. All right, maybe we can get revenge on Delver. Is this what we're up against? Well, ye shall see. Ooh, that's a good play, too. But I like to play that after the Seeker's out. Because this isn't spells or instants. It's anything that isn't a creature. So keep that in mind. We're going to go red here. Scare him off. He's got some flying shenanigans coming our way. Maybe think we got a bunch of lightning bolts in our hand. Interesting. Ooh, Tron. I think he said this was a bad matchup. Let's slip this dude through. So you can see our mana's set. I mean, it'd be nice to draw another one, but thanks to the drum, go get you some. Of course, we don't want to be casting or tapping our Seeker, pulling off drums here. A Death Blow list. Interesting. Is that an actual card, Death Blow? I think I remember seeing a black instant. I tell you what I like are, I think it's Claws of Wirewood. It's a cycler. It does 3 damage to every player and flying creature. I've run it in my green land destruction list here and there, plus or minus sometimes, but because it cycles. It's just one of those never dead cards. I just love it. So good. Okay, I'm going to raise the alarm here just to get through that Seagate, gain some life, and get our Chancery out there. Pretty sure we're going to walk into a capsize in about 6 more turns, but for right now, I'm okay. We'll play this and attack. Is that a question for me? What got me into Pauper? I guess because I'm kind of a cheap guy and I don't like to spend money. So I saw a list by the player Some Old Guy. That's actually his handle. He was tickled that I told him that story too, because I didn't know he was a Pauperganda fan. I bumped into him one night and I'm like, you're the reason I kind of started up. But I saw a list of White Weenie, which I've always liked playing, and it did really well. And I was like, threw some funds at it. Asked then time writer. Dr. Anime was writing a lot for Pure MTGO, and I asked him, about the format and stuff, and then he said, hey, you can write articles, and then, you get so much money at Pure MTGO or credit that for Pauper, you can write one good article and you're able to build like 2 decks. And so I wrote like 6 or 7 articles. That's kind of how I got, I don't know if discovered's a thing or even accurate, but started getting in kind of the zeitgeist of the online hive mind, and Shazam. Went from there and used to win a lot more often. It was a lot more competitive for some good times. All right, let's drop this. And so it's a lot, I would be one of those people with, in the teens or 20s as far as like wins for the season go. Now it's like 1 or 2. But most of my time is devoted to this show, and there's some weeks where this is like the only time I do play, and I'm usually playing Rogue, so it's pretty standard for me to not... Hold on a minute here. I'm talking too much. I gotta focus. Oh, Mudtron. Interesting. Speaking of Rally, did you know that Dark Rally is one of the deadliest supporter... Oh, yeah. That'd be a good wiki bear too, right? Okay. I think I'm just going to... Well, I mean, we can do both. I just don't know how all in I want to do it with this. Definitely don't want to target Tron with Thought Scour. All right. I can feel my clock whittling away. I know I've got 22 minutes, but it just feels like I'm talking too much. So I'm going to try to be a bad host here and focus on doing something here. I think we're going to just walk into a moment's peace or something. My first knee-jerk reaction to this was just like, oh, yeah, we want to play... we're going to want to play Dispels and all these things in this matchup, but I forget how Vladimir, the designer of this deck, I know that's his real name, said he just found that it's just a little too late with a lot of those scenarios. So let me pitch these 2. All right. I'll crash in for 5. All right. Oh, a little blink technology coming down. Here comes the blink. That's right. Wouldn't that be something in an alternate universe, or one of our fans or somebody that knows us gets on at Wizards and they get Wiki Bear printed. Just this evil little demonic bear. Oh, I just got an alert. MTG Arena, there will be an account wipe on September 24th. So, there you go. I think I've logged onto that like 2 times. Was not a fan. Well, you're going to find out what WikiBear is, because our next break we're going to throw one more skip. I had to re-edit them. I was trying so hard not to repeat any. I don't think we did. I cross-referenced our last video and such. But yeah, in about 2 more weeks you guys will have seen them all. Or all the ones I could find anyway. This is looking bad. He's going to assemble Tron here pretty quick, and we all know how that goes. We haven't done that much damage. A flicker here. Not quite sure what he's got planned for Tron. Where is it? Boros, Delver, UR Delver, Els, Burn. Oh, there's no list. So be thinking, helping me out in advance what you want to bring in and out. so that I'm not just up against it when it all goes down. Boy, look at this hand. We're feeling pretty good here. Oh no. Till that moment's peace. Okay. I'll set that to go. Let's do Battle Screech. Just set up our little Air Force here. Don't think we're going to win this one, guys. It's like it's like when, you know, the snipers are like, we got an active shooter. It's like, we got an active piece. And flicker in the yard. This is crazy. You know what? I know I could stack these triggers a little smarter next turn, but I want to make sure we're not going to draw dead on our draw here. Yeah, I can talk them backwards. I can do that either way. Thank you for that, T-Core. Yeah, I've been itching to play RDW again. I sure love Renegade Freighter. I'm like I said, my youngest, man, God, that card kills me every time. He never draws too many. He always draws it just like on turn 3, and then it's like all these goblins that sit there and don't do anything unless you cast them. They're really good drivers. You got it, T-Core. Taking a break. Man, we couldn't have put the brakes on this show any harder than running into Tron. Ugh. Sometimes the frustration in the long games of these is what kind of makes me want to play Infect. It's like, you go ahead and game life. Do that. Boom. Game's over. Sucker. But as we all know, if you bring Tron, then all you do is, if you bring Infect, all you do is run into like just sheer super removal decks, and you never see Tron. That's what was kind of funny today, seeing Delver. It's like we're supposed to see that a lot more often because I'm always brewing for it. So that one stung. Yeah, my whole weekend's filled with parkour. Son's got to go tonight, and first thing in the morning we're back because one of his coaches is moving across the country to open up another gym. Talk about liking your job. Last few days here, and he throws a free class together for all his favorite students. So that's pretty cool. Well, if this keeps up, we'll win on time. All right. Crop rotation in the house. Boy, I wish I had Dispel right there. Zap! No Tron for you. Moment's Peace is active. Hey, Mr. Carey 16, you're not too late. We lost a close one to Delver. We got crushed by Hex and we beat Burn. That's game 4. So you are not too late. Yeah, that's appropriate. Jeskai, something like that. What is the most interesting creature in Pauper in your opinion? It's a question for everyone. I have to stay at home, so I want to experiment. Oh, there's a green leprechaun. I don't think it's that playable, but I think it's one of the most interesting. It turns permanence green when it hits. It's only in the treasure chest too, but been wanting to make something relevant with that for a while. Yeah, me and my job hunt keeps going decent. I'm going to have to change the show to Saturdays. So far, not yet. All right, let's see. All right, I like that. We're going to throw these on the top. Then I'm going to cycle right now. We already used that. We've got access to red. I think white's the better play here. Okay. And now we'll draw something new. Could have scoured there too. Got the win in hand if these... I think he pieced right. I'm just doing this out of habit. Did so much stuff there. Yeah, I did it at the very beginning of our turn. It's like Flaring Pain. Okay, there's one we need to bring in. Flaring Pain. I think we only have one though. Yeah, I've liked that card a lot too. Hidden Spider, Lava Zombie. These are all good times. It's a hell of a card for 3 mana. I think he forgot that he Moment's Peace. Whatever it takes to win the race. Hey, there went 30 seconds. Yeah, before, Hidden Spider used to just be the bomb because all people would play. The only answer blue usually had to it was Echoing, what is that? Echoing Truth. And they usually were crunched to use it on something else, but then they started getting Snap entered the picture, and then Vapor Snag, and just started becoming a little bit not enough card. Yeah, Infect's always a little sweet, little, I guess, creative itch I've always got. I always keep trying to make it work. And then Creatureless decks too. I just love how many dead cards people outside of Red have in games 1, sometimes 2. Yeah, Hidden Spider is definitely a great plan B if you don't have scatter shots, or if they're busy on paper being in another deck. It's a very fine card. Man, back's a little bit sore. Sorry I'm wiggling so much, everyone. All right. Well, if he doesn't have... Come on, tap out. You're at 18. You got nothing to fear. Check out Claws of Wirewood too, because that cycles and it does 3 damage to all flyers and players. And yes, I have killed somebody with that in a tournament before. That was fun. Alright, Serrated Arrows in the house. I'm going to start nibbling all our dudes alive. Not quite sure. We don't really need the life here. Of course, you know, they might have the Rolling Thunder. Is this the build with runs... I think as much as I played Tron, I would have a little bit better grasp on if it runs... This one runs Thunder, so... There it is. Yeah, I like that card. It's green. If you build an all-green deck, you just have to be able to do stuff against Tron. I mean, against Flyers. Sorry. Wearing too many hats. Must focus. I know we're just going to walk right into a damn... You know what. Here comes a Moment's Peace, but got to play to win. I guess we'll do this now. Don't really need the life. Set up my yard. If he's got some counters, I mean, big burn spell, we might be able to... Don't regret that. Cool. Draw a little bit of the burn that we have in the list. Alright. That sucks. And we'll pass the turn. We'll hold the island. We got plenty of lands. Use it for Faithless Looting and such. Well, I tell you what I want. Wink, wink. Fairy Macabre. This game would be over. Serrated Arrows feels pretty underpowered here. It's like you got to go all out just to kill one Seeker. Such a good card, though. Respect him for playing at main, tribe, and such. Yeah, that Crusader's no joke. It's another one of those decks. I love it, but boy, whenever I sleeve it up, I can't make that red, you know, kind of all in with the Sarter and the heroic dude. And I get close, but it's always I run into decks like this when I play it in the practice room. It's like peace or just tons of life, and I'm like, ugh, all gone. So maybe I can get another lightning bolt so I can at least ping a wall. I think, unfortunately, I'm going to need a break after this game. This is really eating up his clock here. We're not doing too much better. Maybe they're new to Tron. Come on, peace. Force them to use it at least. It's Doesn't sit there and get nabbed up by a Memnonic wall. Alright, that's 2 down. Who's next? What line is that from? I'm sure somebody will get that. Until the wall shows up, right? Just trying with that much resources, it's tough to make them kind of get land light, but it still happens. I think our window's closing here, but I'm not conceding because Tron often loses to the clock. But now our hand is a little bit shown. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that this deck probably runs Rally the Peasants, but now there's no debate. The deck that plays 4 Crusaders Seekers. Oh, nice. Yeah, Knight of Circe is a card I used to build with quite a bit. I used to like Suspend a lot in white, then Shade of Trocaire. I can't believe, like, I found my old White Weenie list just written down on paper, and there are 4 of those. I'm like, God, man, just different time, I guess, man. I was like, man, I really like to tap planes. I think that was before I fell in love with Retrace, and I wanted something to do with extra mana, and so it's got that shade ability where you're able to, pay something to give it +1/1 and stuff. Alrighty, well, shoot. I'm just gonna go grab another red just so we have it. Thin out a little bit here. Mountain. Did he already piece? Yeah. Alright. Should attack anyway. Make him second guess, read, slow down. Oh, well, we know he doesn't have blink. I don't know if you'd want to target serrated arrows in this matchup. But if he had it, he might have done it there. Targeting the Seagate in that, but he's probably got better things to do. Alright. I'll kill that for sure. Let's do it now so that in case he draws into a flicker, because I don't think he has one. It's probably just going to get Pulse of Marasad. Goldatha Monarch. That's why I'm glad White Nickel's stuck. Kind of like, he deserves credit. That's a cool little deck. I'm running 18 basics in that one now. I noticed that almost every time I dropped the step, I wanted it to not come into play tapped. 17's too light because it's all about equipping and getting, that soldier draw with provoke early on. That's beautiful when it works. I'm gonna save this for another Mole Drifter. I don't think it's worth much else. Come on over with this. Whatever's gonna make the game go longest is fine with me. Yield through this turn. This is the first match. Yeah, I should write that down too. Tehran. I think I should just write an L right now, don't you think? Yeah, he's halfway through his clock. And interesting here. Maybe he's just doesn't want to counter, but doesn't want to take the damage. He's afraid I might have another one in hand. Maybe he's only running 3 pieces, and he's like, I've got to be able to get that back, and I haven't drawn my wall or something like that. Who knows? Yeah, that's so true about good luck. Yeah, I don't know. Land destruction doesn't bug me as much as it does most people. Don't get me wrong, it's no fun having your lands blown up, but I kind of see when it works well. I think my awe of like, they got it to work takes over the saltiness of losing. All right, well, there was a 2-minute piece. 3 down, 1 to go. Is he really going to attack us? The nerve of this guy. What, you got Mole Drifter follow-up? Alright, well. Let's turn on our dude. In case he doesn't have the other piece. Maybe he's got a bunch of Dispels in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Let's try it. At least we'll eat up some time here. Does he have the piece? I don't think I have lethal, do I? Almost. Well, that blows. Yeah, you guys ever want to get in contact with us, get any cool lists, funny commercials that are about 2 to 3 minutes are the best, send them to pauperganda@gmail.com. Takes a village and all that. Help us out. Try to give you some credit. Not monetarily or anything like that, but just little shout outs and stuff if you don't mind. Because it's just this silly old guy sitting here most of the time. Okay, well, we got nothing there. All right, sucker, you either got it or you don't. Let's go. Doink. Flashing it back. Maybe they got to condescend. It's like, you can't condescend in bomb. If he's holding on to a piece, I'm going to be like, ah, come on. Where's our other lightning bolts and such? Did he not draw it? We just went too wide. Wow. Well, that's a good scenario. I actually did write down an L already, but we turned it into a W. Very cool. All right. I want to go aggro here. I want to protect our dudes. Flaring Pain's definitely in. Not quite sure about Prismatic. Maybe cut that to 1. What do you guys think we should lose here? So we're kind of, you know what, they're leaning. I think I should bring in an Ancient Grudge. There I go again. Nirvana hangover or something. Yeah, Flaring Pain is in. Thank you for that. What can we take out? Maybe we don't really need Threshold all that much. So maybe I take out all of these. Threshold's good for that, but we've got Brainstorm and Looting still. I'm not quite sure I like the Guardian plan on that one. Our stuff's not really getting messed with. And we've got the Rally and the Veterans to stop them from getting messed with. Yeah, it can't be blocked. But we're trying to kind of go. That's usually just for Boros when they're just trying to kill everything and zap, zap, zap. This is more of that fog combo deck. So, boy, we have this build has no graveyard hate, does it? Maybe he found out he just didn't need it. I'm not sure. All right, well, but I appreciate the suggestion, my friend. Hopefully, I argued my point. Maybe you're right. Now, if I was 4-0 at this point, I'd be like, now listen to me. This is how it's going to be. I'm so tickled that Gather the Townsfolk actually worked in a game that was, I guess, televised. I don't know how you say it anymore. It's not really TV or... Actually, I think TV's getting kind of jealous of things like Twitch. All right, what are we up against? This is kind of a crap hand, isn't it? We can't do anything for 4 turns, or we're mulliganing this. Ugh. We're on the draw. All we got is a cat. Yowza. Oh, show me a land. Not that. Go to the bottom. Come on, just get me a blue. Then I'll know what to do. We got early beats, man. This dude's only got 20 more turns. Look at this. I've seen worse. Yeah, he's got to win 2 matches in about 11 minutes. Not looking good for him. Apologies. I really hate when I run into Tron and Demir for the show. I don't mind it. my personal life because I listening to music or not having to wear so many hats, but it just feels like in TV there's things called floor managers, and they sit behind the camera operator dudes and they'll talk to like, you know, the talent on screen and stuff, like a newscaster, for example, you know, talking about the weather. And if they go like this, it means, you know, keep going, something went wrong, we need you to stretch for time. And it's like, I always feel that way when I'm, you know, announcing and trying to keep the show flowing, and I run into Tron, and it's never 2-0 fast. Well, I guess sometimes it has been, but most of the time it's those half hour, 45-minute long matches. Just bleh. I wonder if Magic was ever just a format for. Yeah, I'm gonna go aggro here with the raise the alarm play at the end of the turn. If it was just invented online, like if Magic just came out now and hit the market and it wasn't even in paper, they just played it online, I wonder if they would have by now come up with cards that, like, you know, when this comes into play, target opponent loses 2 minutes, so it like would make time a lot more of a commodity strategy, however you want to say it. Yeah, that's kind of what it's like, Mr. Carey. We'll go over the list at the end too, and it'll be in the description of both Twitch and YouTube in a few hours, and other stuff. Doink! Instant army. Come on, let's get some rally going now. The robot's on point. Opponent's playing a lot faster now. It's only been about a minute since this all went down. All right, well, a little bit of a stultified hand here, but we at least have Prismatic Strands and Brainstorm to do something with. Not representing the fastest clock here, but it is one. Get a Mole Drifter. All right. This calls for Brainstorm. See, in my Boros list, I just nixed these all together because there's scenarios like this where it's like, I could play it now if it was an instant. This other ability is so rare that it comes up. But it did last game. It did last game. All right. Well, what? I kind of need the protection here. Darn it. What don't I want to see? I can get rid of that. And I'll choose that. Again. I can't do anything. Okay. Boy, I wish I was an Ash Barrens right now. Here he comes. I'll go shuffle that way. Goods. Grab a mountain. Secret up. And surprise, I'm going to attack. Go ahead and take out one of my little 1/1 dorks. I'd rather hit you for 3. It's worth a lightning bolt to me. Oh, super annoying list, Mr. Carey. Yeah, that could do it. I had my youngest throw his cards against the wall the other day. He wanted me to play the just Delver just for a change, and I was like, you're not gonna like it. And I just had a god hand like 2 games in a row, and he just lost it. He's like, this isn't even playing. I was like, welcome to everyone else's pain, oh son of mine. The family that plays together. Yep. Sanctum Gargoyle. Yeah, I think Tico or somebody out there put me kind of in my place when that new Pack Beast came out, and I was like, oh man, now we got a critical mass with that other Leonin cat that can go grab artifacts. And it's like, yeah, and we've had Gargoyle for 10 years. And I was like, oh yeah. It's like sometimes you catch yourself being a little new card smell, even though I preach against it, still happens to me. And we draw the tech without any of the backup. All right. Yeah, I'm going to just attack here. Hold this dude back. Cast the strands. Buy some time. Kill a few fishes. Ooh, we still got one more round. We're usually almost finishing up by now. Thanks to Tron. All of our matches going 3 games. Hopefully we can just win-win here. Come on, take 5 more minutes. Read the card a few more times. Flaring Pain. It's a thing. But can you do it twice? Don't need to. Because it trumps it every time. I'm thinking he's thinking... No. At least to one of them. But I'm not going to be gaining my life. So that kind of blows. Strange you brought in Flaring Pain. Huh. I guess good answer for Electrickery defense, right? Guess we'll call blue. Boo doop boop boom. Saw so many artifacts game 1. Now I'm sitting here staring at a grunge like a jackass. Oh boy, yeah, this is the time sink creature supreme right here. No turns for you. No time for you. I'm only 3 minutes up on this guy. I better focus. This is normally when I would type, hey, where are you from? My favorite little baiting questions. It's like, did you design that yourself? All these little lead-in, implied ellipses. Great ways to extend the clock. Little Fight knows all about it. That's my favorite little side game. Just running the person's clock down sneakily. Second you see that tower hit, and if you're not streaming, the questions begin. That is my advice to you. Demir's a little bit that way too. Seven on that. Me too, Tikur. Me too. Remember years ago when that first came out, I thought it needed to be banned. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do this just to get some Delver creatures away. Can't attack, but I can block and cost more time. Maybe should have flashed that back. Feel a little naked outside of one Prismatic Strands. If he has any counter magic and he's able to pull off the fun here. Oh, he is running Rolling Thunder. Look at this. It looks like he's got the counter for it too. That's gonna suck. Maybe he'll miscount and only tag Seeker 2 and forget that the trigger will happen with Prismatic. Here comes rolling. Boom. I tell you, that's not the easiest card to cast. I played Tron just the other day and I almost just quit on it. Okay, so he's doing good, but I'm sure he's got the counter magic. That's why he would do this. I'll pull this for this. Sure, I'm just doing this to burn time, guys. Let's I'll go another mountain just in case we get double indemnity. Kapow! Down they go. Yep, I'm in agreement with you there, Tikur. That's how I felt too. If you have to cast the creature, honestly, it's not that hard. You know what? Let me loot first. That's tempting, huh? I'm going to throw this out. Unfortunately, that out. Play this. You know what? We won't do that. I'm going to kill the bird, or I mean the dork, and we're going to just drop double cat. And then we can screech. Boop. Pow. And we still got one. Now, if he's going to attack us, it's going to take even more time, but now we've got a little semblance of air power. I found some forgotten gems while looking at Pauper legal counterspells the other day. Oh yeah? Please elaborate. Yep. Now this is the kind, like if he led with Signet and they didn't have any like grottos, it would have been a great little peck, but yeah, I just don't think it's quite worth it. Boy, this is like the, I guess maybe he's got a Rolling Thunder and he's got to get the mana to do it, but this just seems like another time sink. Apologies everybody, there's nothing I can do about long boring games. Thanks to Tron. I should come up with some, what are those called, anachronisms, where you take each letter and you make it, who can come up with the best one for Tron that would kind of imply how boring and monotonous it can be to play against. T could stand for tedious, etc. All right, here we go. This is when we like, so let me go like this. I'll play the Chancery. Return the plane. Might not be good with capsize in the meta, but what you gonna do? I will pay one here. Pay this here. Yeah. More likely to use that. Let's go. Try again later. Discard 2 cards. All right. Certainly. Get a real card here. He's gonna get counter happy now. I just don't care. I have a wanton disregard for zombie cats. Meow. Got no Electrickery defense, so I might as well smash. Alrighty. Well, I want to loot here. Most Rolling Thunders have 2, so I don't really want to play too fast and loose with my life total here. Cool. That's when we love it. Now I've got enough to kill the Dignitary. More time to consider moves. It's gonna work? Wow. I'll be damned. If we draw a lightning bolt, we should have this. Believe it or not, we might win-win, even though it seems like it's been 40 minutes. We haven't lost since our first break. Maybe Wiki Bear's good luck. Yeah, sometimes the, oh, that's a nice spell to have. It makes me feel nice and safe. Don't need much else here. Come on, don't freeze up on me, program. Hey! Huh, alright. Well, we beat Tron, win-win. I know it felt like 1,000 rounds. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, guys. Come back for the last round. See you in just a bit. Here's a Wiki Bear.
I can answer any question you have. I'm Wiki Bear!
Okay, Wiki Bear, what's the most successful movie ever released in China?
Checking now. The 2014 film Transformers: Age of Extinction has earned over $1.7 billion, making it China's biggest blockbuster ever. Yay!
I wouldn't have guessed that. Thank you, Wiki Bear.
Speaking of explosive action, the ancient city of Pompeii was completely destroyed by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, which buried 20,000 Roman citizens under scorching hot ash.
Okay, that's interesting to know.
Imagine being burned alive in a literal hell on earth. with temperatures hot enough to cook a rotisserie chicken. Make mine extra crispy, yay!
Okay. Wiki Bear, maybe we shouldn't get into the details there for kids. Kids don't want to hear that.
Many of the victims were Roman slaves. What a gruesome end to a miserable life. I'm Wiki Bear.
All right, well, anyway, Wiki Bear, thank you.
Now their corpses are on display for gawking tourists, robbed of dignity even in death.
Okay,
Yay!
Wiki Bear, let's change the subject. Here's another question, okay? When did Disneyland first open?
That's easy. The happiest place on earth opened its doors on July 17th, 1955 in Anaheim, California.
That's exactly right.
And you know who never got to ride Space Mountain? The sailors on the whale ship Essex, which was attacked and sunk by an angry whale in 1820. The starving survivors quickly resorted to cannibalism, using the scalding hot sun to cook their own shipmates' organs. I'm Wiki Bear.
Okay, we should have just stuck to Disneyland, I think.
The captain even ate his own cousin after promising the boy's mother he'd protect him. Must have been an awkward family reunion, yay!
Okay, Wiki Bear, that's good. We got it.
That kid went from first mate to first meat.
Okay, Wiki Bear's doing jokes now? You're doing jokes?
I got it.
Confess your worst plays to the Suture Priest. Comment below. Yeah.
Action, please. Action, awesome, please.
Just do anything?
No, it's sorry, cut. Yeah, rolling. 102, take 2.
Ah, the French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So Paul Masson.
102, take 3. Action, please.
Ah, the French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a
Back. Sorry about that. Had to cut things a little short. Didn't want them to go too long. But we got the French in there. All right. Here we go. Let's see. Drop the island. We'll go here. Maybe Brainstorm, end of turn. Cycle the Barrens if we don't like stuff. What are we up against? Let's see. Most likely burn. So I don't want to really see this. Throw that away. And I want to draw that. And I'll upkeep for red. Drop this. Oops, it's not my upkeep yet. Or it is. It's not my main phase yet. Play this. Lands are right. Don't really have any critters. I'm going to drop the drum and move on. If a Lava Runner hits us, he's going to have a hell of a play there. So, got to go. Good night. Thank you for joining us. Whatever. It's burn again. At least make up for... We beat burn earlier, so hopefully we can... Looks like we called it right. Ditching... Right, now I gotta go get some white here. Okay, that kind of blows. Let's do this. What went down there? Nope, that worked out pretty good. Don't really care that we lost other Thought Scours. We've got Lightning Bolt for their critters. And just need one more white. And we might be able to race them with Rally the Peasants. I wish we had another creature out. That'd be pretty fun. Be like, Zappo! This will be fast. Yeah, I put together a little creepy Soul Ring video. I always like that one. Well, play Deep Analysis. I think that gives us more options. Are we set up for a better turn next time? I want that double white. Let's play this. I'll bounce the island. Pass the turn. Keep our mountain up so we can at least compete. Yeah, I like those flash flyers too, T-Core. I wanted to make a really big, like 3/3, similar to the strategy with my 3/3 hexproof guys, where it's like there's not much I can deal with that. And a 3/3 flyer with flash, there's so many of them. It's like, man, if you could just make a really fat deck like that, it'd be pretty fun. All right, so there, Lightning Bolt did its job. Now, Mana's right. I've got Rally. Ugh. Boy, I still want to just... Don't have much here, do we? We got to get some offense going. We got Rally for days. I'm going to drop the mountain just to imply we've got that. We got 2 mana available, but nothing to do with it. So don't think we're going to win this one, unless they got land. We do have double Rally. It just our creatures are all hiding from us. You know what I like is Elephant Ambush. That flashes back. I've even considered that in my big green ramp decks and stuff. We have fun little match. It's going to be a very fun match if we win it. So I'm just going to go all in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll be able to double flash back the Rally. That'll be enough to kill him, right? 5, 10, 15. Yep. Yeah. So I'll play this. Let's see. We've got 3 mana available right now, but not much to do with it. All right. Either they win in 1 turn or we do. My money's on them. There's a lot of ways to cook. That's a bad sign. He didn't suspend it. The land's going to light up, or are we going to be left at 1 life? I love winning with 1 life. Nope, he's got it. All right, well, that's how the first burn matchup went. We lost, and then we won 1. I'm so thankful to see burn. I don't think I've ever been this happy to see burn. It's like, it's never a good matchup. They always have that chance of just being able to run you over, but it's just so... after that last game. All right, let me go back to the little cheat notes here. 2 rallies, strands, armor, standard bearer. 2 rallies, strands, armor. All right. I'll lose 2 of these. What else did we lose? It was Deep Analysis, Firebolt, and Mill. Here we go. Let's do our Superstitious Shuffle. Haven't been doing that lately. Maybe we'd be 4-0 if I was doing that, right? Superstition on top of Superstition. That's how it goes. Yeah, now we've never lost with this formation. Yeah, Hollow is so awesome. It's one of those cards that's just never in your hand when it just could be, and you're like, if you could cheat the program and just be one of those, like, say whatever card you want, not to draw a card just out of the blue, but just turn like a land into something. It's like, that's probably like the MVP choice if you've got access to white mana. Yeah, I want to play first. We got to win out here, guys. You know what? I'm going to keep this because of the looting. We can trip. We'll throw a mountain out. We've got our mana's right, and we've got anti-creature. I know it doesn't look the prettiest hand, but I'm going to keep it. I love Library of Lang too, or fetching it with Trinket Mage. Yeah, one of my first questions when I saw this deck, I'm like, no Delver? Because there's so many spells, you'd think. I think maybe it'd be kind of cool to make a Delver token list where it's all just tokens, and so the only creatures in the thing are Delver, maybe Muldrifter. That'd be kind of a neat concept, I would think. All right, let's start digging. Very cool. Well, I don't want this, and I don't really need this either. You know what? I'm going to throw the strands out because I want to get that Seeker online as fast as possible. So I'm going to do that. God, I love Faithless Looting. It flashes back. That's just wrong. It's great if it just did that first sentence. It's a red, careful study. It's like, what more do you want? Leave me alone. Plains. Plains. The life theory is continuing. I'm going to hold back on the mountain because we probably want to nix a alchemist with it. All right, we're taking 3. Got that little lava runner or something. Oh, I was expecting a critter. I'm going to try to save that so we can turn it into life gain via the Seeker of the Way. He will show us the way. Ooh, that's good too. God, I really want some more just lands here. All right, this is kind of the game the next 2 turns. We'll see. Optimal if we draw into a plains next and our Seeker's still alive. That'll be pretty cool. If he lets us untap, drop a cat, and we can flash back the Prismatic in response and yada, yada, yada. There's the culprit. I like this scenario. Okay. Well, seen worse, but we do have our white, so going according to plan. Since we're going to be attacking, I'm going to favor the Anointer over anything else. I cast this now, so I can flash back if need be. Let's kill this dude, mostly for the life gain. Come on, let's get a healing salve attack. Is it gonna work? All right. Starting to feel a little out of the woods here. Yeah, Whirlpool Rider. I remember when I found that card for the first time, I was just like, whoa! I was like, dude, Dularian wins on a creature. All right. All right, so we're about to, if we win this one, we will actually go 3-2. Which is nice. A little bit better than breaking even when you sell your stuff. We're not going to change a thing. Do the Superstitious Shuffle again. Whoop, whoop. I'm convinced after all these years there is something to the mana. I'll put these things together. And one Seeker goes here. And yeah, let's put this over by itself. Once the program crashes, lose on time. Ooh, there we go. Here we go. Pauper Tim in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah. And boy, if you want to play me some Magic, this is the weekend to do it. That's pretty much in about 5 hours till Monday. That's about all I'm going to be doing. Hey, our mana's right. We're on the draw. Standard Bearer can mop up 3 of it, but it just doesn't feel that good. We got 18 minutes. What do you guys think here? Mana's perfect. I'm leaning towards keeping this. I agree, little fight, but anybody out there argue otherwise? We've got plenty of time. 2 keeps. I see 1 more, and I'll assume that's the consensus. Or not. Okay, we'll keep. My patience doesn't exist. Playing for profit. Started off with a really close matchup against Delver, but we narrowly lost that one. Then we got crushed by Hex. Then we beat Burn. Then we crushed Tron. And hopefully now we can say we beat Burn twice. That's an interesting land. Rift Bolts in the air. I was trying to explain the suspend mechanic to my son the other day, and not the worst hand I could have drawn. You know what? I want to lead with Mountain just so he's a little afraid of some sort of bolt to his critter. Maybe it'll make him do things in a slightly different order. Is it really this? Oh, as in the first time we played them? Interesting. Yeah, I guess one match went by. I don't pay attention to names very much, I should say. Already at 14. Please be mana screwed. He's not. There it is. Don't know why I'm trying to bluff. It's like, you either have it or you don't, right? Maybe I'll cycle this for white. Darn Lava Runner's going to get us. What do we want to see? Anointer Priest would be a good top deck, blocker-wise. That's pretty good, too. At least kill the critter. Can't do much else with these. This is looking grim. Handful of cards. Oh, Chandelar, yeah, my if I could find out a way to play it, we had my son is all over that game. It's all he wants to play is Chandelar, the very first, and I used to play it a lot. I really like the concept, playing for ante and you just build your deck over time, and I even have an old enough PC to run it, but boy, we tried for like 4 hours just last week. So he's really been into it. So if you know of any way to do it, let me know at pauperganda@gmail.com. That would be a pretty nice break of pace. Just every once in a while we could just do that. 2 cards in hand. You know what? I'm going to drop Standard Bearer. I want Double Seeker next turn. It's really... I mean, pretty much everything in my hand is a Standard Bearer if you think of it that way, but if he gets a little tentative with it and waits till next turn, I'll at least have a little window for that to work out. Now I've got a blocker with Standard Bearer, so it's a long-winded way of, maybe he's got Fire Blast right now. I'm laughing all the way to the bank. I have got to get my life online here. Any spell next turn, please. What do you guys think I do here? Do I block the Marauder? I think I have to. And I think it has to be the Standard Bearer. Hopefully he just tries to waste it now. There's a Windows 10 download. Little Fight, what am I running? I don't even know what operating system I'm on. I'm more of a Mac guy, but this my PC here, whatever the most recent things are. Yeah, I know I got a block. Thank you for it, though. Okay, this is it. We win. We're in a profit. We lose. Yeah, we didn't lose too badly, but 2-3 kind of sucks. 3-2 is a lot nicer. Gotcha, okay. Hey, he's using damage for our dude. I like that. Spell. Give me a spell. Any spell. Not that, but at least we got Lava Runner bait. I almost hope that thing dies. Ooh, I'll go grab red. Man, all that patience and warm up and waiting and land. Or no, it was the priest. I'm sorry, but still. Like, ah. Yeah, I really want to try to make a bioshift deck with that new dredge creature. But there are similar cards that do that already. Nobody's really gone out of the way to do that. But I'm just thinking if you got access to 8 critters that do that, it might mean a difference. But probably not if you think about it, because you're probably leaning on a Tortured Existence engine if that goes down. And a lot of ways to roll with that. I know. We need a wiki bear. Yay! Whenever like something goes our way. Ah, boy, this feels really, really good here. Brainstorm. Find me anything that isn't a land. Watch, it's land. That would be so typical of our Twitch outings here. Sure, this worked out really good. I'm not going to get greedy here. I'm going to cast this now. I want to get life now. I want to cycle now too. I don't like those other cards that we had. And we get extra from that. Alright, I think we're out of the woods here. Especially if this trigger lands and it's not met with a fire blast. Oh, maybe he's got Electrickery. Yay! He's on salt. Salt increasing. I like it. Good commentary, man. Oh, I didn't read his text. As second game only lands. Ah, man. He doesn't know who he's talking to. I am the king of... I think anybody that's played as long as me is the king of either Flood or Epic Screw stories. My goodness. So I feel your pain. I'm just glad it's you and not me. I'm honest. I want this to die, so I'm happy if that goes down. I'll gain 3 life with this. Happy with that too. I'm going to attack with everything. Let's go. Cool, cool. I'll hit this. Gain our last little batch of life. It's not going to save it, but we also don't have to worry about a block, and our Anointer Priest is really going to put us in front. And we've got another one. Yeah, feeling good. 17 life. Lethal on the board. I played Burn and defeated heavy life gain deck. Played both Lone Missionary and somewhat new 1/3 that gains 3 life, as well as Skyfisher. Wow, that might have been me you were playing against. Sounds like a deck I like to pilot. No. How funny would it be to have that and he's at 3 life? Been there a few times. We're going to go over the deck list, so don't run all the way. And I'll show you the Boros version of it too, and then we'll call it a day. Let's see. Hey, a little insult to injury, right? I'll keep a double red out. 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh man, I don't have enough, do I? Look at that. Maybe I should have kept one guy back. I don't know. All right, so we went 3-2. Started against Delver. Had a real rough, close loss. Got blown out by Hex. Beat Burn, beat Tron, beat Burn. So a little bit of profit there. Go over this here list here. I'm always happy with 3-2s when I'm streaming because it's just you usually punt so many times and stuff. So outside of the lands, we got 2 drums, 3 lightning bolts, 1 firebolt, 2 lootings, 4 thought scours, 4 brainstorms, 3 cats. Anointer Priest, 1 gather the townsfolk. I think that's a mistake. It should be 4 raise the alarm instead of 3 raise the alarm. 4 seeker of the way, 1 armor main. We got all 4 battle screech, 2 deep analysis main, 2 rally the peasants main, and 2 prismatic strands main. Our sideboard, we've got these things. I will just go like this. Now I want to show you the Boros take on this. Sorry, the board's going to get all over the place here. A little funky. So I like to, when I get ready for the show, I get all this stuff planned, but it never saves it the way you want it to, so you guys can see everything in one go like this. So some obvious so I run 1 last land in this one, and we lean on the bolts, the full package, a lot of more 4 ofs, 3 priests, 4 raise the alarm, 4 seekers. We run 1 sends, 3 guardians main, all battle screeches, 3 rallies, and 3 prismatics. I think this one wins a little bit more. Maybe I'll play next week. I don't know. It might be a little bit too much of the same kind of deck for the show. And then the sideboard, I think, is pretty much the same. I lean a little bit heavier on Sandstorms. Shaman, because we don't have access to duress or counter magic. And so when they have fling, about your only way when you're stuck in a Boros shell, outside of hoping you could play the white memory lapse and win that turn, or they don't have 1 to pay for, what is that, mana tithe. My memory's on point today. I'm just dropping these names. That's why I lean really heavily on Gorilla Shaman, because you've just got to take away their fuel. And then 2 volleys to finish it out. So why not Kuldotha Rebirth? Hey, that's a really good point. I just missed it. I think this was another one of my wine nights, which have been pretty frequent lately. Yeah, it's a damn good point. I've thought of leaning, mostly because of Prismatic Strands now that I'm looking down at my notes. You kind of want all your creatures to be white-based. Because, there's a lot of red token generators, too, and I built a deck like that, and I think we played it on here about 3 months ago or something like that. So that's why not. But, I was about to make a note, and then I saw my note, and I was like, oh, yeah, hey, whatever. Good times. All right, man, that sounds like a plan. A little fight, heading over to MTGO to brew. I hope you all do. I'm going to chime out here, but I'll see you hopefully online all weekend long. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next week on Pauperganda.
Attention Pauperganda Knights, show your love of all things Pauper with our Ultra Deluxe playmats. And true to our Pauper roots, the glorious artwork is 100% free.
Trying to give these guys everything they can get to me, that's it.
Just send an email to pauperganda@gmail.com with the subject 1, 2, or 3, and we'll send you the playmat file for free.
I gotta read it again because my mind is just a piece of shit this morning.
All you need to do is visit our friends at inkgaming.com. Order yours today.
If you've been arrested, damaged, or killed, call the experienced attorneys at Jace, Gideon, and Vincer. Our lawyers specialize in Azorius law and will fight to give you the justice you deserve. Call 1-800-296-7487 for a free consultation. Even if you've manned a vehicle while hydrocrossing, our attorneys are on the stack 24 hours a day.
Goblin, fairy, soldier, or mere, call Jace, Gideon, and Vincer.
Jace, Gideon, and Vincer. Call today.